gotta be physically strong in order to scare people, you know what I mean? I let niggas do all the pull-ups they do, and I just watch them, and the pull-ups don't do nothing for them. They still be fucked up.
I told niggas all that brolic shit is good for us when you come home. Niggas be like, yo, can you help me move this couch over there? Can you help me
Yeah,
move
that
this dresser
ass.
over there? That shit ain't good for nothing, man. I ain't work. I did a whole dub. I probably did 3,000 push-ups in 20 years total. 3,000. Straight up. Fuck all. Dead
I
ass.
take my breaks, but then I go hard and start working out. Just
I tell that to people all the time. There's so many people in these facilities that don't work out. Everyone thinks that, you know, you go to these, you get sentenced, you go to prison or jail, or you're awaiting trial, and all you're doing is working out. And there's so many people that are not working out. I tell this to people all the time. I tell people all the time, like, yo, there's a whole group of people that are not working out. There's a whole group of people that are just, reading, writing, and keeping it 100. There's a whole group of people that are just letting the time go by. They twiddling their thumbs. Hold on one second. They're twiddling their thumbs, and they're not occupying their time with that workout. It's a small percentage of people that are in the yard working out. A lot of people are in the yard politicking. A lot of people in the yard making money. A lot of people in the yard are sharing ideas about what's next. And you have another percentage of people that are in the yard or in these prisons that are just waiting, vegetating, so to speak. So to hear TaxStone uh, and Zip with the Drip talk about not working out and, excuse me, that's better. Not working out. It's true. There's so many people that are just they're not into it. Whereas for me, when I was there, from the age of 17 to 21, I I worked out the whole entire time. I didn't take any breaks.
feel the body be feeling too loose, so I gotta tighten shit up. But
Who no?
besides that, I ain't know niggas they not cerebral. Everything is physical with them. So, I was telling one of my young boys before, I was like, yo, every time you get into a debate, it turns into I can fight though. And that's only because you don't know how to talk. When
Mm.
niggas don't know how to talk, they always gotta go in if they know how to fight because that's all they know how to do. And that goes for a lot of niggas in the community we come from. Niggas don't know how to verbally have verbal exchanges without turning into an argument. They don't know how to debate. So I be here actually trying to teach niggas like, yo, all these words that y'all
That's a lot of truth to what Taxstone just said, that the intellectual doesn't really exist in prisons. Not like you would see it on TV, where there's this guy who's like reading and he's like the big OG there. No, there's a lot of people who, like he said, if there is some sort of argument, then it's followed by a threat for a fight. See, but that's the thing with men. One of the things with men is that that there's a chance that there can be some fisticuffs if you are talking out of turn. So jail heightens that. But there are not a lot of intellectuals in jail. You're not going to find this great mind of people who have been, caught out there in the drama. What you're going to find is a lot of people that are illiterate, ignorant, and overly emotional. And they only want to throw the fisticuffs. I wouldn't argue that I wouldn't stand on the argument that the people that are less likely to be working out are more likely to be the intellectual. No, I wouldn't say that, because there were a few really smart, intelligent, intellectual guys that were working out in that circle that I was in. Let's continue. Should I give a little back history here? We got a guy named TaxStone. TaxStone is a journalist who started off doing YouTube and Twitter, or Twitter. Like, Twitter was just basically his everyday, like, stress reliever. He would get on Twitter and just, like, give a little bit of his piece of his mind. And he would talk about the artists that were coming up, where they were going to be, where he was going to be. And, he was really good. It was impressive. And he was really working hard for a few years. And one of the things was that he spoke from the heart and from the streets. He spoke to the people in a way that we never really heard anyone say, the things that he said, and in the cadence that he said it. It was all about his cadence. It was so brolic and rich and just gutter and intelligent and articulate, and it just had so much, like, you were almost edge of your seat when he spoke and when he did his podcast. They were really that good. It was like, wow, who is this guy? I want to get to know this guy. I want to see what he has to say. I care of his opinion. And he started to do really well. And there should be some sort of documentary on the rise and fall of TaxStone, because I think it would do very, very well. And he's now calling from a jail phone, even though I didn't hear any clicking. So he's probably finessed a phone to be able to make this long call. I don't want to get into any details. I don't want to dry snitch. But he's calling from inside of a jail facility. And he's talking to Zip the Drip, who is another journalist, an up-and-coming journalist. He's actually done some music. I saw some music with him recently where he was next to the Ice Machine, and he was spitting some lyrics, and it was pretty damn good. I was like, okay, that was pretty good, and he's getting a huge momentum. A lot of it, I thought in the beginning, was because of what's this guy? Who am I thinking of? From the Bronx, who says things like, turn your TV off, Hassan Campbell. We love Hassan Campbell, don't we? One thing about Hassan Campbell is you can't keep a friend. And also, from Five Guard's perspective, you'll never be alone in a room with him. That's one of the things Five Guard said. I've never been alone in a room with Hassan Campbell. I always thought that was humorous. Anyway, we're going to continue with the interview. It looks like the chat is off, so the interview has ended, but I'm still, I paused it and said, let me do a live. So here I am, doing a live.
Be thinking that y'all gonna kill people over for your whole life. That's not real. Because if you really from the street, did you kill everybody that told you to suck they dick? It's like, you ain't do that. And if you did, nigga, you would be a serial killer. So it's like, it's certain words that you gotta understand that you shouldn't allow to affect you. It's certain words you gotta understand that niggas say because they wanna die at that moment. But it's not your place to kill them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, it's like, I don't be really paying attention to too much. I stay within my own realm. I just try to find like-minded niggas. I fuck with the old heads. Like, I'll fuck with a crackhead before I fuck with some of these young niggas, because the young niggas ain't get to go through their crackhead stage yet that they on the way to go to. You know what I mean? So I'd rather deal with a nigga that been on crack already and lived some years, because he had dropped some jewels, want to give me some game. Because at the end of the day, the crackheads be outliving the drug dealers. The drug dealer be dead. The crackhead done went through 75 drug dealers already. You know
That's a fact. Ayo, word on the street.
I kind of got to hear that
Word
again.
on the street.
On the way to go to, you know?
Let's back that
I
up a
just
little
try to
bit.
find like-minded niggas. I fuck with the old heads. Like, I'll fuck with a crackhead before I fuck with some of these young niggas, because the young niggas ain't get to go through their crackhead stage yet that they on the way to go to. You know what I mean? So I'd rather deal with a nigga that been on crack already and lived some years, because he has. Because at the end of the day, the crackheads be outliving the drug dealers. The drug dealer be.
That he's in jail dealing with old heads when arguably he's an old head. So you're dealing with people your age. So are you in prison, the federal in a federal prison dealing with people that are older than you and maybe had a crack habit at one time, I could see that because one thing I've always told people many a times that crackheads were people that got caught up and usually by a woman. Most male crackheads got caught up by a woman because women love to get their man high. And especially when they find something like crack, they were like almost forcing it on their boyfriends. And a lot of these men were, hard-working men, and they got into some BS and landed them in jail or prison. So I could see how, a lot of the crackheads might have been, some crackheads might have been college educated or what have you, and I can see that. But it's interesting that he's referring to people as old heads. Like, sir, you're the old head now.
Yeah, the crackhead that went through 75 drug dealers already.
That's a fact. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, word on the street. Word on the streets is you gonna have some issues in the can, man. I'm saying you been in the can a long time, but word on the street is you gonna have some issues in the can and all of that. How you feel about that?
I don't feel nothing about it. Like, if that's the case, then that's the case. You know what I mean? I don't know when it's been hard for me to solve an issue. That's what I don't understand when niggas bring up issues. I'd be like, did I ever have a problem solving issues before? So I don't understand why niggas would be like, word, cause when he get here, nigga, I've been in here 6 years. Why I gotta keep going places? I went everywhere. I've been in every building on the island. I went to both sides of the feds. What are you talking about? I'm the same nigga, and I do what I want to do wherever I go. And you're not gonna meet a nigga in jail to tell you different.
Yo, speaking of Feuds,
I ain't bragging about that shit because it is what it is. The earth is my turf. I do the same thing on the land. So it's like, what it is that some of these niggas is they big somebodies on their block. But when they get in here, a nigga that live in the shelter is running jail.
That's a fact.
And they gotta comply by the homeless nigga because he got the energy to fight all day and work out, and they nervous. They not physically fit. So, I'm mentally fit and I'm physically fit. And I don't even care if I lose fights. I'll keep fighting you. So even niggas that done beat me in fights don't be wanting to fight me again. They like, that nigga's gonna still disrespect me after I beat him up. So it's like, if you don't kill me, you ain't win.
Yo, that's crazy. I just was on live saying the same thing last night. Like, I'm saying, I think my losses gave me my character, so I don't even really mind losing the fight. I'm going into the fight like I'm about to kick your ass, but if I lose it, I'm gonna learn a lot from that anyway. So I'm gonna be all right, and I'm gonna talk about it like I won. I'm gonna talk about it like I won.
With entire fucking gangs, nigga. Me, just me.
That's interesting. I never heard of that. Like, when I was coming up, the person who had the heart and was willing to fight was a lot more humble and didn't talk that S after the fight. When he lost the fight, he didn't talk about it like he won the fight because those people were called full of S people. Those people were called liars. So it's interesting to hear full of S scenarios being considered real. And like when you lost the fight, you got credit for fighting. They gave you credit for fighting. Like, all right, at least he was willing to fight. Everyone enjoyed that. But to then continue with the mouth, and now people don't want to fight you because they will beat you, but they know that they're not going to kill you. So they're not going to kill your mouth. Your mouth is going to still keep talking reckless. Is a little disturbing to me. That this is the culture that we come. That this is where we're at as a people. This is really disturbing. But what you gonna do?
People with an entire gang, and the reason it be ending in my favor most of the time is because, just like I said, if you work out your muscles all day and you don't work out your most important muscle, which is your mind, you never gonna move. Most of these niggas is soldiers. None of them is generals.
They said, yo.
Soldiers only got fucking arms and heart. They just waiting for orders.
Yo, Tax. They said the strong. They say the strong control the weak, but the small control everybody. You heard, and that's what I try to live by. You heard all that big brolic shit. That shit don't mean nothing because you get busy. That don't mean nothing. Because you think your way out of a situation. And I'm saying that's what's important. You heard? Hey yo, but you mentioned the feds, and I'm saying, and it's kind of a hot topic right now. Boosie, The feds just snatched this nigga up. They got pictures of this nigga swimming on his lower back and all that. They just came and got that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Who they grabbed?
Who?
Lil Boosie.
Oh yeah, Boosie. What, he got a gun charge?
Yeah, probably felon in possession of a firearm.
Yeah, that shit ain't shit. That nigga get probation for that.
That's how they giving it up with those now?
Yeah, they don't care about guns over there. That's why T.I. ain't get no time. A lot of people don't understand. If you get caught with 75 guns in the feds, it's equal to one.
Wait a minute. LJ.
Yeah.
Is he talking about the old thing that just happened with Boosie? This is a new thing.
The old thing.
Why is he talking about it now?
I don't know. Maybe.
Is this an old video?
No, it was live today.
So what we were hearing earlier was live.
Yes.
Little Boosie got exonerated from that. They changed the laws. The laws about having a felony and the 5 years or the timeline after the felony, you're allowed to carry a weapon or whatever have you. So why is Zip the Drip so late? Why is this gentleman so late?
I think Boosie was arrested again since then.
Well, he's acting like it happened yesterday. I'm not up to
They
speed.
haven't talked in a while. You know?
Yeah, but to imagine that TaxStone is not up to date with what's going on is kind of silly to me.
He's on Twitter still.
So you still only face 0 to 10 years. So depending on what your guidelines is, depending on how many felonies Boosie got and what his guidelines is and when the last time he been in jail, that's going to be his points. So his points might be low. That nigga could get a year and a day. He could get probation. Guns ain't that serious. The only time they give you 9 years or 10 years for a gun is because they wanted to get you for some other shit and couldn't get you for it. But besides that, a gun in the feds is a slap on the wrist.
My man just blew trial. They say he killed somebody, but they only charged him with the bullets and the gun. It was like the weirdest thing I ever heard, but he just blew trial for that.
He just blew to the bullets?
He just blew to the bullets. And the bullets that was in the gun, he just blew trial to that.
All right, well, he Gucci. That's the same charge as 922G, which is guns. A bullet is a gun in the Fed. So if you got caught with 60 bullets, each bullet is a gun, but it's still only 0 to 10 years.
Yeah, that's what he faced in 10 years. He just blew trial for that.
And he might not even get that. He fuck around and get 6. I was just with a nigga who did 6 years for a gun in the feds, went home, got caught with a gun on probation, blew trial, and they gave him 4 years.
Yeah, see, like this nigga ain't never been in jail for nothing violent before. He might have did a bit or two, but he ain't never been. Inshallah, that work out for him. Inshallah, he gets something like that.
47 months of some shit, he be Gucci. You heard?
Yeah, that'd be fire. Word. How you feel about this Gunner nigga? How you feel about Gunner? I'm saying they said you was fucking with Gunner, man. How you feel about Gunner?
Nah, I actually never fucked with Gunner, but
yeah, I'm about to say,
you know,
how could he had dealt with Gunner? They're in 2 different states. They're 20 years apart, and he's been in jail all this time. Like what?
Fuck with Gunner. Gunner used to make nice music.
You know, I don't know if Gunner knew what he was doing. You know what I mean? But in that cop out, the moment you admit that YSL is a gang, you just hurt everybody because they're trying to prove that YSL is a gang. So by you copping out saying that YSL is a gang, you going against what Young Thug is saying that YSL is a record label.
But how you feel about
signed to that record label? So the first thing you're supposed to say when they said it was a gang, you're supposed to say, nah, it's not a gang.
He said they tricked him, son. He said they tricked him, son. He said the DA tricked. Nah. So why? So if the DA, hold up. So if the DA tricked him, right? If the DA tricked him,
manipulated.
How come he ain't got his lawyer plastered all over social media and all that? Why he ain't trying to get that nigga disbarred?
This is the thing about the trick part. It's not that the DA tricked you. What it is that the DA didn't trick you at all. The DA wrote that cop-out out, and you read the cop-out exactly how they wrote it. So if you go into my paperwork in federal custody, they also wrote a cop-out for me, and I did not cop out to what they wrote. I copped out to what I said. You understand?
Yeah.
Because they will make you allocute somebody else, and then it'll harm them.
Yeah, I'm saying in a state
So
with my case, right?
So you sit there and y'all both locked up for shooting somebody, and then they be like, yo, you know what? We don't really feel like you did it. We're gonna give you a cop out of 4 years, and the nigga's happy. And then when he get to court, the cop out says that, oh, y'all right, you have to say that, so on August 17th, You seen Zip pull out the gun and shoot him 3 times. Yes. You understand? You just allocated him. So now Zip is going to trial and say he never shot nobody, but that's in your cop out that he shot somebody.
Yeah,
so
I'm
how
here.
is Young Thug going to motherfucking say YSL is not a gang if all y'all copped out and said YSL is a gang? His charge is the gang, the RICO.
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
think I
That's
think
the
I
issue
think
there.
Tax is
Yeah,
a
the
little
nigga lying.
mistaken because it's not illegal to be part of a gang. You can be in a gang. You know, New York, Chicago, all these places. There were tons of um, gang activity where there was. It's the criminal acts of the gang that they're trying to get you for. So by him saying that YSL was a gang, the district attorney still had to prove that it was um, Young Thug, aka King Slime. That's the lead attorney reference. Was actually like manipulating or making the decisions for the gang for criminal activity. But like back in the days, you guys or you whoever you all, you remember the social clubs, and the social clubs fell under that kind of same status where you were able to open up a business, have people pay dues, and that was like, a gang, so to speak. And there was a social club every 2 blocks, all over Brooklyn, all over Manhattan, all over Harlem, and that's where that's how the after hour spots became what they were through this like non it's not illegal to be in a gang. It's illegal to utilize the people for criminal activity. So that's like Gunna saying that YSL was a gang was light. That was nothing. It wasn't like, oh, he's a snitch. No, this was an opportunity for him to get out and get free and make his boss, who was in jail, King Slime, Jeffrey, a lot of money.
Talking about they tricked him, man. That nigga knew what he was doing. That nigga was trying to come home.
That whole snitching shit, like these people are so the squares just need to step off. Like, stop. Stop talking about shit that y'all don't know about. If you would like to know about it, actually go study it. Y'all niggas be having Google, and y'all refuse to just
I'm from Cop Killer. You think they Queens? I'm talking.
That's one of TaxStone songs, and I don't have the rights to it, so I'm gonna probably have to skip this.
Pops, nigga. My brother shot niggas. My uncle's died. You wasn't oppressed. Top
Huh?
earning niggas told him made a dog look.
Oh, so the call ended. Okay, so he's not on somebody's cell phone. He's using the jail phone, and the call ended. So in between the ending of the call, he's playing music. I get it now.
Easy now, they don't know what dog look. Easy now, grown a thon ain't.
somebody snitching is offering information in a criminal investigation that can help the government with their case. Unknown information. You understand? So if you said public information, it's like saying, yo, what's the white dude that choked the dude on the train? It's like saying, yo, you just choked the nigga on the train. You're not snitching by saying that. He's on camera choking the nigga. You understand? So, but people don't understand. So, like for instance, the dude Malcolm Kenyon.
See, this whole snitching thing is funny style because he's talking about the guy who choked out the man on the train. The man on the train that got choked out, I actually know this guy. He was a neighbor of mine. He used to wear Michael Jackson costumes, and he was a Michael Jackson impersonator, and he was absolutely out of his mind. And he was choked on the train. The story is he was mumbling to himself, threatening people, and a guy, ex-Marine, gets up, puts him in the chokehold, and strangles him, kills the guy. He's actually on trial right now here in New York City. I don't know if the trial's over. I know it started last week. Is the trial over? No, it's still going on. And what we have is a situation where TaxStone, he just said something about if you witness something and you say, knowing that it's on camera, it's not snitching. No, sir. That's not the way snitching works. Okay? That's not how it works. You don't need to have somebody on camera committing a crime and you then just say what was on camera doesn't mean snitching is if you are a criminal and you are involved in criminal activities and you are with somebody who's involved in criminal activities and you then say, yeah, I wasn't the only one, he was with me too. That's snitching. But if you're just an everyday working person and a person does a crime and you tell the cops, it doesn't have to be on camera for it to be not snitching. It's only snitching if you were in cahoots with this person. If you were down with this person and y'all together doing crimes, then you telling this person you're the snitch. It's not snitching if you're a citizen. You point somebody out who just did something horrible. That means you're a good citizen. That means you're a decent human being. Everybody always talks about snitching in such a weird way. Snitching is not snitching if you had nothing to do with it. So if I witness a crime happening and I call the cops and say, yo, or I go over to the precinct and I say, yo, that thing that happened on this block, I saw it. This is what I saw. Let me talk to the detective. That's not snitching. That had nothing to do. You weren't in cahoots with this person. Now you're a good citizen. And there needs to be more good citizens out there letting the people know, like, this is not going to work. You're not going to go in my neighborhood and rob people and just think that it's going to be okay. Matter of fact, I know where you live. So, anyway, I digress from that. I can be here all day with that.
Me, I posted him on my social media the other day, and oh, people's underneath the post talking about, oh, you snitching on him now by saying he's snitching. I said, these niggas are fucking stone cold idiots. How the fuck could I snitch on this snitch? That ain't getting me out of jail, so how am I snitching on him? A snitching agreement happens with the district attorney. That happens with the cops. You can't even go to the judge and snitch if you wanted to. You can't go to the fucking judge. The only time you talking to the judge is when you say, you fucking pray on, put your hand on the Bible. That's it. And then if you testify and he asks you a question. So the thing is that these dudes are so confused with what telling is and what is not. And it's like, whatever. Who gives a fuck what y'all think? But just keep that shit to y'all. Because, see, I've been in jail 6 years. So what I tell people is, if you think I'm a snitch, right, why I'm in jail unscathed, chilling, twinkling on my toes. Now, if I come to jail, do you think he's going to have the same comfortability as me?
He said he got to go to jail.
His plea agreement states that his cooperation agreement states that he'll get, the DA is asking for him to get a year or less. So I'm under the impression that the DA told him that maybe the judge is going to try to give him a little more. You know what I mean? And that's a blessing. I pray that he get a little bit more, just a little bit, just so he can go to the state. I don't want you to hide on Rikers Island in the sentence house. Get the population and scratch your knuckles.
Nah, he gonna go to like mid-state. He gonna go to mid-state. He not gonna go, if he go.
Oh, wow. They're talking about Troy Ave. I want to hear that again.
I pray that he
go to jail. He said he got to go to jail.
Who is this?
Now, if Troy has to come to jail,
Troy Ave.
Do you think he's gonna have the same comfortability as me?
He said he got to go to jail.
Well, his plea agreement states that
I gotta pause that. If Troy Ave go to jail, do you think he's gonna have the same comfortability as me? That's bitch shit. I'm keeping it real. You can't say no shit like that. Can a nigga come to jail and be as comfortable as me? Are you kidding me? How dare you say something like that? Is that your competition right now? How comfortable a person's gonna be? What you talking about? When they on their way to the yard? Can a dude walk like this when he's on the yard? Can he walk like can he walk like this on the way to medical? Like me? Are you crazy? Let me not get hyped. Let me listen to the rest of this.
Cooperation agreement states that he'll get, the DA is asking for him to get a year or less. So I'm under the impression that the DA told him that maybe the judge is going to try to give him a little more. You know what I mean? And that's a blessing. I pray that he get a little bit more, just a little bit, just so he can go to the state. I don't want you to hide on Rikers Island in a sentence.
I pray that he gets a little bit more. Because you know what he's trying to say. TaxStone is saying that Troy Ave is living too damn good on Rikers Island, and that he pray that he go to a state jail where he won't be able to walk like he walk. Stop it.
else. Getting population and scratch your knuckles.
Nah, he gonna go to like mid state. He gonna go to mid state. He not gonna go if he go.
Everyone goes to mid-state. Mid-state is an intermediate spot you go to for a month before you get classified into which jail you're gonna go to. So saying he's gonna go to mid-state, everyone goes to mid-state. Once you get convicted,
He gonna go like how Prodigy and them went up north. He not gonna go to. He not gonna be in population with niggas.
Yeah, he's gonna see that he does that. But he'll still get got there too.
You heard that.
I was in that
You heard
spot.
that.
I used to.
He'll still get got there too. Let's go back.
No, if he not gonna go to. He not gonna be in population with niggas.
Yeah, he's gonna see that he does that. But he'll still get got
Here's the
there
thing.
too.
In order for you to go through the protective custody system, right? Your lawyers have to petition the courts. So this right here is just chatty patty. They just talking. So not he gonna be in mid state. Okay, everyone goes through mid state. Mid state is where you go right before they send you to whatever prison you're going to. It's also a prison, but it's a mid. It's right before. It's right after jail and right before prison. You go to mid state. So just mentioning that as if he's going to stay in mid state for a stay. Like, and the only way that would work is you would have to petition the courts, and it would have to be an administrative position that you're maybe a doctor, or you're maybe a dentist, or you're maybe some sort of lawyer. Then they can utilize you in these facilities as some sort of like work staff kind of a thing. But it's just chatty patty. Then they talking about him, he won't be safe in these like state places. What? What? Troy Ave won't be safe. These people really believe that they have some sort of arm in this prison system. They have this reach. They believe that they have this reach. I guess that's what keeps your mind sane throughout these years, when you believe that you have some sort of power still. You're in there for 10, 15, 20 years. It probably helps to believe that you can get somebody touched in another jail. But you don't, it's very difficult to get rich people touched. Very, very difficult. Look what happened to the guy here in Harlem who beat all the charges in Harlem, and now he got killed in jail. What the hell is this guy's name? Who's the guy who got killed in jail? He got killed by that Puerto Rican guy. Blue something blue. Baby blue. Boy blue. Blue boy. Blue boy killed a guy in prison that was protecting a pedophile. He was protecting the pedophile because people with money always have people that protect them. And the same way this guy, what is this guy's name? Anybody in the chat? Hit me in the chat if you know who I'm talking about. He's from Harlem. Gangster from Harlem, shot back at the police, was able to get out of a six-story building in Harlem. Then he calls the feds and says, I would like to turn myself in, only through the feds. They want to put him, when I met him, he was in a wheelchair. And he was like this on the phone all day on Rikers Island, like this, 24 hours, but in a wheelchair because he had claimed that his back was broken from the police, but I seen him walking. What the hell was this guy's name? Can't remember his name at the moment. This is a really intense sativa. And yes, it allows you to be in a great mood, but it still hinders that to retain that information, to go in the file for the memory and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, but it'll come to me, and when it does, I'll yell it out with glee. And it's like these people are people like Troy Ave. If Troy Ave in any way, shape, or form was a person that didn't feel that he could protect himself, didn't feel that he was up against the wall, so to speak, he can easily pay his way out of that. We're talking about easy. Money talks. All that reputation and all that kind of stuff you see in movies where there's plot, that 50 laws of, 40 degrees of power and all those jail books, all that kind of stuff. That's in movies. Money talks. And as we saw with the guy, that boy, baby blue, boy blue, whatever his name is, um, who took the life of this man because the man was willing to give his life for what he was getting from this man. And it might have been only $300 a month. It might have been $500 a month. It could have been $1,000 a month, which I doubt, but let's say it was. Troy Ave can do 20 times that to make sure that not a hair on his chinny chin chin gets put out of place. And for these gentlemen to think that that's not real, it's gang mentality, because these gang people believe that they have this camaraderie. But what most people don't understand is that most people that are in jails, or most people that become gang members, they become gang members in jail because they needed protection. They didn't become gang members because they had this desire to want to, they needed brothers, they needed brotherhood, and they needed comfort from other men in a masculine way where they felt needed, and like, hell, I'm here to live a calling. No, it's for protection. It's so that they can share their meals instead of having all their meals taken for them.
I was in that spot. I used to see them niggas. Ain't nothing really going on in that. Like, I'm saying, the jail is tough, but in that area where they at, it's kind of like labor. But he ain't gonna make sure that he in population with niggas. Like, he wouldn't hit that yard in Dannemora or none of that.
Wow.
But you know how the atmosphere work. That nigga fuck around and get gotten reception.
On the on
So
on
the
an
thing
Ulster
is
trip.
that the thing is that it's just a whole bunch of dudes that's minding their business for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? It's like a dude called me the other night. He like, yo, Tax, your cash just got shot. I'm like, he got stabbed or cut. He like, yo, he got cut. I'm like, all right, he all right then. And that's the story he gives me. But he don't tell me that this nigga Cash chopped the nigga down right after.
I told niggas that, yo, son, this is crazy, yo.
Like, talk about the negative.
Hey, yo, listen, this is my word. I told niggas that yesterday. Niggas asked me, yo, how you feel about Casanova getting cut? I said, all we heard of is Casanova get cut. I don't care. Niggas get cut in jail every day. I said, that's a big nigga. How you know that after he got cut, he didn't beat the brakes off a nigga? How you know he didn't cut a nigga first? I don't want to speak on the Casanova situation because I don't know what happened. I know that every nigga that get cut is not the victim in the situation. I know niggas that got cut that beat the brakes off of the shooter. So
I don't know what that's about. So they might be going to another commercial. So I'm gonna move that up in a sec. But he makes a really good point. I one time was driving to New York City with a suspended license. We're talking about 2007, 2006, 2007. I get caught I didn't even get pulled over. I get caught in a checkpoint. And I'm at a checkpoint. And at this checkpoint, I realized that, oh no, they pull me over. They say, oh, sir, you have a suspended license. What happens? I have to, I have to go through the system. So it was so happened to be like a holiday weekend. So I'm now waiting to see the judge. Am I waiting to see the judge, or did I see the judge? Yeah, I got arraigned. So I was arraigned within like 24 hours, 30 hours. I then was given a court date for 7 days later. That's because they give you, there's a 6 to 7 day period where it goes in front of whatever charges you were given goes in front of the grand jury. And what they do in arraignment is they set a bail for you. So they set a bail for me, and I think the bail might have been like $2,000. Okay, and they set the bail for me, and then there's a 7 day period where you're waiting to see the judge. It was some sort of weird weekend that was happening. Maybe it was a holiday weekend. I don't really remember all the details any longer. And I was there like a 3 day period before I was allowed to get bailed out because of some sort of holiday. And what happened was there was this guy. We were moved to a place called Queen's House because this happened to me off of the right before you, right in that intersection where the Jackie Robinson Parkway goes to Brooklyn, and you are on. Um, I don't know what that road is. Is this? Is it? I can't remember the road. Is that? That's the not the Van Wyck Expressway, but where the Van Wyck Expressway meets the Jackie Robinson Parkway. I'm trying to make the turn, and somehow or another I get off at an exit on. I'm like, now the Jackie Robinson is like down below me, and I'm like in a residential block, and there's a checkpoint. Boom, I get hit in the checkpoint. Now I go through the system. I get given a $2,000 bail, and now I'm there waiting to get bailed out. And they're like, "Oh no, you can't get bailed out for another 2 days because of whatever the weekend was, whatever holiday weekend was." It was like they were not bailing anyone out. I was like, "What?" So it was really stressful. And while there was this guy, Puerto Rican guy. They call them Puerto Ricans in jails are called Germans. So you got this one German kid. He's there, and he's telling this dummy in a can. He's telling him, like, listen, if you want to use the phone to talk to your family, you're gonna have to fight for the phone. And we are in this elevator in Queen's House. There's these elevators that go up and down. Not a lot of stairs. I don't remember ever taking a staircase anywhere. It was just all elevators. So we're in these elevators, and while in the elevator, we got the German talking to the dummy in the can, telling the German is telling the dummy in the can, "Yo, you need to fight for the phone." And then the guy came over to me and was like, "Yo, you ever been here before? What you in here for?" And I was like, "Don't worry about that." And he was like, "Oh, my bad, my bad. I was just gonna tell you what's gonna happen when you go here. They're gonna want you to use phone." I said, "Yo, I don't have those kind of problems. You heard? I'm always that very. I don't giggle and joke around. I don't laugh. I don't play. I'm not a prankster in any kind of way. I'm very, 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 very cautious and very serious, especially who I speak with." And I shut him down, but I am ear hustling enough to hear that this guy is telling this guy, this Puerto Rican dude is telling this Dominican dude, you need to fight for the phone. And I remember we got there, it was late at night. In the morning, I'm up. Everyone had individual cells in this Queen's house. So I'm in my own cell. The German is talking to the dummy in the can early in the morning before the doors even open. So as soon as the doors open, we got the we got the dummy in the can go straight to the phones. Somebody steps to the dummy in the can and says, "Listen, you can only use the phone one time." And it was interesting because they had like codes. You had to punch in your code in order to use the phone. So that whole concept of fighting for the phones usually was when the phone systems were where you could just pick up the phone and dial a number. Now this is a system where you have to punch in your code in order to use the phone. So why was there ever even any fighting over the phones is absolutely ludicrous and beyond my comprehension. And this Dominican guy immediately pulls a razor that he had in his hand, and he slices the guy in the face. The guy he slices in the face was straight FBA from Queens, gangster from Queens. And then you got this nondescript Hispanic boy who's fighting for the phone time. And just the fact that the guy stepped to him and asked him, like, yo, you only can use the phone in the daytime, so make all your calls now. Because, yeah, I guess you were allowed 3 calls. You had to punch in your code. But at night, it was allotted for the tough guys. The tough guys got what they refer to as slot time. So I'm going to use my 3 calls in order to, I'm going to take up between 7 and 7:30, or I'm going to come in right after dinner and utilize the phone. I remember one time somebody was like, yeah, we're gonna give you 7 to 7:30 or 7. I was like, all right. Then I find out that was like we were the last dinner group every day between I'm like 7 minutes in, I come back. They're like, "Oh, I guess it's over because of the, we not, I'm like, nigga, that was dinner. What are you talking about? We were the last dinner group. Now you're telling me I have to then suffer. I can't use it." So, and that was when I was like a teenager. I was a kid when that happened. But this situation I'm telling you about happened because I'm a grown man, businessman, and just happened to have a suspended license in New York, and they were doing zero tolerance on that. And because I had a history from when I was a child, coming up, teenager kid, and that's in those situations, I every time I go in front of the judge, I get a bail. No one's trying to ROR a guy who's had a history from 1988, 1989 to 1990, when I was realistically 15, 16, 17 years old. And you still suffer. That's why I tell my kids all the time, like, yo, the stuff you do will travel with you the rest of your life. Make the right decisions. Honor your mother and father. Do what we say. You don't have to understand it. You have to do it because we have your best interests. You don't want to go through life trying to figure everything out through mistakes. We've made a lot of mistakes enough to know this is not where you're going to go. So this guy, the Hispanic guy, boom, slices the guy's face. This guy backed up and was like, what the hell's going on here? Reaches under his nutsack, came up with the razor blade, and went into this. It was like a dance almost. It was like a circle. It was like a circle. It was like a dance. And this dance, they were like, each of them had a blade in their hand, and they were like pivoting, and they just circled each other. And the Hispanic dude slipped on the guy's blood that was all over the floor because he's dripping. Blood is gushing all the way down. And this guy pounces on him. And I witnessed right in front of me in Queens House of New York someone lose their life. He used his hands and that razor and took that young man's life right there in front of me. It was crazy. While gushing blood. So it's true what they say. Just because TaxStone not TaxStone, just because what's his name? XX double X, what's his name, baby? From Gorilla Mafia, the one who Dick Wolf was talking to in the visit room. He was visiting Dick Wolf in the visit room. And Casanova 2 times. Yeah, Casanova 2 times was in jail, was visiting Dick Wolf from Harlem.
Yeah.
And Dick Wolf from Harlem, and we're not talking about Dick Wolf from Harlem, the guy from the producer for Law and Order. No, we're talking about a gangster from Harlem, and this gangster from Harlem was getting visited by 2 times, and he's over there doing all the chatty patting in the world and talked himself into prison. Ain't that a blip? They used tapes that were acquired from the visit room. What? Yes, it's very, very true. This is what happened. A guy goes to visit a guy in jail. The FBI, or they're recording everything that's being said at the table from microphones built into the table, and it landed him in prison for 15 years. What a sad, 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 sad story. And that was that was recently. That wasn't too long ago. Anyway, so what I'm basically saying is that, yeah, it's possible that you can be the victim and then be the victor.
Which is why they have that planned seating. They tell you where to sit.
Oh yes, they tell you where to sit, exactly.
Doing with wishes for.
There we go. This should be it. Bear with me, y'all.
Niggas cute. Like respectfully, niggas is in it. Niggas minds, niggas brains is messed up, bro. Niggas is warriors, man. Niggas feel like they gonna get seats at Valhalla when they die, bro. Straight up, man. That's the society that we come from, bro. Some niggas feel like they gonna get seats at Valhalla when they die, bro. Word, niggas is warriors, man. Niggas say he the gorilla, man. But they said he dropped his flag.
Dropping the
You heard
flag is
that?
when you no longer
They said he dropped
representing
his
for a
flag.
gang. Very smart move.
Said he having he dropped his flag and he having suicidal thoughts, and then the next day
Yeah, they're
that
talking
situation
about
happened where he got cut.
this is Zip with the Drip is talking about Casanova.
Maybe you don't like
Casanova.
it.
No. Oh, okay. He's talking about Casanova putting his flag up. In other words, he's no longer representing for a gang. It's which I think all of them need to do. Get rid of that flag. Y'all not friends.
He
Y'all
died,
not
bro.
family.
Word, niggas is warriors, man. Niggas say he the gorilla, man. But they said it's funny you say that.
He cut him over 7 times after he got cut.
He cut the kid over 7 times after he got cut.
7 times after he got cut.
He got busy.
Exactly.
He got
did
busy.
exactly what he was supposed to do. He did a return to sender.
He got busy. He won. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I was telling niggas on my line. Yo, look. So
that nigga don't need no prayers, nigga. Fuck you talk about.
Yeah, like that's what I told niggas. I said, yo, listen, man. I said, yo, I said, I don't know if y'all niggas know it or not. But nigga, when you do a lot of banging, you get banged on, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And some niggas, they don't care about that shit. That shit gonna make some niggas cute. Bros are gonna be touching it. Oh, what happened? Hey, yo, this fag. You understand what I'm saying? This bitch ass nigga got nigga. They're like, that's gonna make some niggas cute. So everybody don't care about that. Niggas is into that. Like, respectfully, niggas is in it. Niggas minds, niggas brains is messed up, bro. Niggas is warriors, man. Niggas feel like they gonna get seats at Valhalla when they die, bro. Straight up, man. That's the society that we come from, bro.
No, it's true. It's true. I talk often about how we're possibly in this construct, and all of the violence that we see from young people and the violence on the streets, where these were people that were meant to go to war. We just haven't been in war enough, not enough wartime, where we can have these. They're not psychopaths. They're sociopaths. These are the sociopaths that are needed for war. We need this person. We need the person who's going to be not like Hector Camacho's son, little Camacho Jr. He went out there and he started boxing in the ring, kicking everybody's ass. Went through about 5 fights. What's going on? Why y'all distracting me so much? Can y'all stop? Yo, my family is like trying to communicate with each other with sign body language.
That's your daughter.
They're like that doll outside of the store. Like, hello, can you stop distracting me? Got this big, huge mirror over here that I can see everything. Like, you want to go out and jump rope? Go do that. Get out. Bye. Sorry about that, y'all. So, what was I saying? What was I saying? Okay.
Some niggas feel like they gonna get seats at Valhalla.
Yeah, we need these people. We need these sociopaths that are gonna be out there. The problem is that there's not enough war, and another problem is they don't allow felons into the military because the military has so many problems with criminal activities, right? Along the bases, drug use, prostitution, money laundering. Not money laundering, yeah, money laundering, and a lot of gambling, and and also depending on what part of the border you're in, you get a lot of smuggling. A lot of these soldiers are into that, so they don't allow these sociopaths that are already maybe taken into jails and facilities to then sign up for the military where they're needed the most. So you have that. I guess they figure we have enough criminal activity going on where we don't need to then incorporate these men, especially the time where there's no wars where they really need it. So all these young people you see on the scooters shooting each other and killing each other, it's because there's just not enough wars for them to be in. And they are, these people are a necessary element. We have to have the sociopath. So important to have the sociopath because the sociopath is going to knock on your door and drag you out and, put in that work, so to speak.
Holla when they die, bro. Word, niggas is warriors, man. Niggas say he the gorilla, man. But they said he dropped his flag. You heard that?
Would you just say that again?
They said he dropped his flag. Said he having he dropped his flag and he having suicidal thoughts, and then the next day, that situation happened where he got cut.
That ain't even why the shit happened. But
I'm
that's the story they running with. I know what happened. That ain't it though.
You know that's the angle. That's the angle niggas is running with. You heard?
Yeah, I guess that ain't it. That ain't it at all. Like I ain't even gonna tell it. I'll tell you the real story off of this because I ain't offering no information. You know what I mean?
Let's get to that.
But I'll let
Chatty
you know.
patty.
Yeah, right. Let's get to that.
Down, but,
I don't even want to know. Check that out. You ain't got to tell me nothing off camera. Let's get to that. I don't want to know. I don't want nobody to never wake me up out my sleep when I don't really know what's going on and ask me a question that I can't that I wouldn't answer in my right state of mind. So you talking about you gonna tell me off of camera? No, you not. Yeah, you ain't gonna tell me nothing. Ain't nobody gonna know. Oh, Zip know what happened because tax.
I mean, only thing missing is the pillow in the windowsill. That's the only thing missing is the pillow in the windowsill with the big arms just leaning, talking all that. No, you not gonna tell me what you gonna say. No, you not. Okay, Zip with the drip. I hear you.
Don't tell them, get the fuck out of here. No, they know you ain't gonna tell me.
It's no criminal shit.
It don't matter what it is.
It's no extra.
It don't matter what it is. That shit just ain't my business.
That I'm not gonna put on the airwaves, you know what I mean?
Hey yo, tax. It just ain't my business. I don't care about what's going on. I really don't care. And I'm saying, I just like, more importantly, I hope that when that nigga gets sentenced, he gets something light where he able to come home and get back to a bag, man. He don't get enough time for him that he be washed up when he come home, bro.
How the feds work is this. Him getting cut over there is gonna help him. It gives you down with departures for getting hurt in the feds.
Newly released.
Oh. See how God work?
What was that?
Over there is gonna help him. It gives you down with departures for getting hurt in the feds. See how the feds work. How the feds work is this. Him getting cut over there is gonna help him. It gives you down with departures for getting hurt in the feds.
Oh.
Yeah, this is because he's already been convicted. The person that
see how God work?
Yep. And it's right before his sentencing, so that
see
might
how
work.
God work. God put that.
Yeah, because you know they supposed to be providing care, custody, and control. So when something happens to you over there, you know.
Yeah, the state don't give a fuck, but the feds don't play that.
Yeah, the feds.
You get hurt by them niggas, like them niggas is giving you a time cut and all that. Them niggas will chop 3-4 years off your bid, whatever.
See how God work? Word. Something else I wanted to ask you too. I'm trying to think about it this week. Got me kind of upset.
At the end of the day, bro, it's like the streets is the streets. One thing I always want to tell niggas that nigga Troy Ave was very right about is that the streets is a myth.
That's a fact.
And he proved it to you that's a myth. Because anytime you have a guy that attacked over 10 different people for saying his music was whack, and then the moment when he attacks again, he don't win, he decides to cooperate with the government, that shows you right there that the streets are myth.
Nah, son, the streets is real, son. The street, my daddy got 40, going on 43.
I think I need to hear that again. Did he say that Troy Ave ran up on 10 other niggas, and when the one where he didn't win, he snitched? I think I heard that.
Government, that shows you right there that the streets are myth.
Nah, son, the streets is real, son. The street, my daddy got 40, going on 43 years in, fucking with the streets. His little brother got almost 43 years in, fucking with the streets. I done gave him over 25. My brother done gave him over 25. I got uncles that done gave him over 25. Yo, my mother been in jail. My grandmother went to jail for a body. I went to jail for a body. The streets is real. Shit really happens in the streets. They take your life in these streets, one way or another. You heard? So.
So this is a rite of passage. Zip with the drip. A rite of passage is a young man and his quest to find himself has these tasks he has to do. Before you can do this, you have to do that. And it seems like he's a little bit, I think, prideful about the time he's done. I think he's feeling good about going to prison for 20 years, and his grandmother's even been arrested. All of these horrible, horrible, obviously sociopathic family. And this family is a dangerous family, especially in jails. Because why would they go? Why would him going to jail be something he'd be so proud of, a rite of passage, so to speak? And I think it's sad. My son is 14 years old, and he didn't find out until he was 13 years old that I ever even had a problem with the law. My daughter is 12. She didn't even know I had a problem until 11 with the law, and that was something in my past. And I wanted to warn them how the past will affect your futures. Something that I've been trying to instill in them about what you do now can have a huge effect on you. And they just found out what the true meaning of that was, and that was with me, doing some time. And these guys are very proud of the time, whereas for me, I was more shameful about it. I didn't want to tell anyone about it. I didn't. I kept that quiet. I put on a shirt and tie, and I went to work because that wasn't me. And I noticed that the people that do thrive in these prisons are usually, the person who can't thrive in society. They're uncomfortable in society. You take these people out of their hoods, and they have no eye contact. They can't even look you in your eye and speak to you, but yet you put them in a lion's den, that lion might have a problem. So Zip with the Drip is a necessary person. He fed the economy, so to speak. His family has been part of, the prison industrial complex, and has fed that complex for generations. And he's proud of it. Let's continue.
Hold up, Tax. Hold up, Tax. Hold up, Tax.
These same niggas that testified on me.
Loyalty is a myth. Loyalty, the concept of loyalty is a myth. That's a myth. And I'm saying the concept of loyalty, some of these concepts in the streets is myths, but the internet is the myth. These niggas is gangsters. These niggas is big time drug dealers. These niggas is stone cold killers on the internet and on rap songs. And then when the drug dealing things happen, when the killings start happening, these niggas don't be drug dealers and killers no more. They want to be, I was at work. I was at work. You understand what I'm saying? I was at work when it happened. I'm not a killer. I'm not a drug dealer. I'm at work. You understand? And so they want to be able to tell. Like I drop my flag. I drop my flag for whatever I drop my flag for, right? Check it. Boom. You got some niggas that dropped it. When I did drop my flag, I made it my business not to hang around the gang no more. You heard? You got some niggas.
Wait a minute. So you don't openly tell why you're dropping your flag? I don't know if that's a thing. I used to have a lot of security that worked for me when I was in the bar business. I didn't allow anyone who was, still active in the gang. And I remember they were all, they would be like, no, I dropped my flag. I dropped my flag. But I don't know if I've ever heard anyone ever tell me why. So maybe this is part of it. You don't say why you drop your flag. So I'm learning, just like you're learning.
Drop their flag and still hang around the gang. You know why they drop their flag? So they don't got to put no work in. So when it's a war, they could kick back. They be in their cell, they eating fried Jack Mac, they eating beans and rice. You understand what I'm saying? They chilling. They watching. I was up north when Kobe was getting busy. They watching Kobe on a late night in L.A. They watching them late games in L.A. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want to put in. They not in the auditorium with the handcuffs on at 3 a.m. because it was a riot in the yard. They not tear gas all over them and all that. They not down there like that. You heard? You dropped your flag because you don't want to put work in no more. You still hanging around the same niggas, but you not gangbanging no more. That don't make no sense to me, you heard? And that's how these niggas is. These niggas is gangsters on the internet. These niggas is gangsters on them songs. When they in the restaurants, they act like they gangsters. They gonna be...
So could we... So could the argument be made that Zip with the Drip also lived the luxury of being able to watch the game and not be involved in the fighting and be involved in, like, because if you drop your flag, I guess it goes up to the gang task force in the prison for them to then say, okay, we have these 15 guys here that flag has been dropped, or that they have to put you in a separate flag dropping housing. A lot of people don't want to maybe talk about that part. That your flag dropping, not only did it allow you to not be involved in any of the fights, that allows you to have certain housing where all you guys are together with your flags dropped. Zip with the Drip is different though. Maybe he dropped his flag, didn't tell and only told the gang members, which doesn't make sense because if there's a gang war and you are out, if you are out alone in the so to speak, in the out in the playing field, you're gonna get touched. What are you gonna yell? Whoa, whoa! I dropped my flag 8 months ago. And y'all can't give me that $1.50. Or is him dropping the flag just about here in the streets, out of the prison? It could just be that now that he's acclimated to the YouTube world, he's going to relinquish his duties, and I could see that being a reality as well. That he's going to this dropping of the flag happen while being home, opposed to being in jail. I don't know the man enough to say that, but I think these are good questions. Let's continue.
A gangster all the way up into the time you punch them in their face, or you cut them, or you stab them, or you shoot them. If they live, they telling on you. You heard? I was at work. I'm a rapper. I'm a movie star.
I seen a comment the other day where a nigga said, it's not telling if you telling on the nigga you got beef with. I said, damn, bro.
Like since when? Since when? If we in the corner store, if we in the corner store, and me and you get into it, I ask for a pack of papers. You ask for a pack of backwoods, and at the same time, like you ain't trying to respect what's going on. We get into it. You fire on me. I fire on you. You get away. I'm laying on the floor. I can't tell the police you shot me first. I can't do that. Oh, yo, who did this to you? TaxStone did this to me. You a rat. We got beef. Me and you got beef right now. We got beef. If I tell him you shot me, I'm a rat.
Of course.
You just told on that nigga. Nigga, what the fuck? What you mean you can't tell on a nigga you got beef with? Since when? Since when you not a rat if you tell on a nigga you got beef with? Yes, you is a rat.
See, those two things are not the same. You telling on somebody that you got beef with doesn't mean that y'all were both in some sort of shootout and you're suffering from some sort of injury, and then you say who did it. That's not what TaxStone is saying. TaxStone is saying that you utilize the telling process as a way to eliminate your enemy, which I think is very smart. I think anyone who is trying to get something popping and they know where the next man's stash is, it might not be the worst thing in the world to drop a dime and make you the hot commodity on the block, so to speak. Who's going to know? If it's used strategically to eliminate your enemies without taking their lives and giving them problems that now you're not the problem they're worrying about. They're worrying about the district attorney in their town or city. So I would argue that, I'm sorry, I just keep playing with my watch over here. Maybe I put it on so I can stop fiddling with it. Forgive me. So, Zip the Drip is saying, but that scenario is just far out there.
Zip with the drip.
Zip, what am I saying?
Zip the drip.
Zip the Drip. Oh, my bad. Zip with the drip. I say that respectfully. So, and what I'm anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. So, Zip with the Drip. His scenario is a little extreme We're talking about a situation where you can utilize the snitching process as a way to move your enemy out of the way. I don't think it's snitching when you do that. I think it's called business when you do that.
He's got all kinds of different names for telling, like, oh, now that was this kind of telling. Nigga, telling is telling. What are y'all talking about? You got people who still talking about, I told on Troy Ave, and I'm the one that went to trial.
Yeah, they be all in my comments. Yo, you taking up for TaxStone. He told on a nigga, he wrote a letter to the judge. I be trying to explain to people, right, that any argument that a lawyer use in court, they gonna cite somebody else's case, homie. What the lawyer did when he wrote that letter to the judge was he was citing other cases. This man who y'all locked up.
Cases, he was discrediting the rat. That's it. Discrediting the rat. How the fuck this nigga got bail? He on camera shooting. He got caught with 3 guns, but this motherfucker is free as a bird. Nothing on my client DNA. There's DNA on him too. He got DNA on the gun too. He got caught with 3 guns. He got caught on camera shooting. My client did not get on camera shooting. It's only his DNA on the gun. Why is this nigga free and why is my client still in jail? But we found out once we read the cooperation agreement. That's why he was free.
Right.
And then these niggas, you cannot snitch to the judge. What these niggas think? That ain't who you make your
Let me
deal.
go back. I want to hear that again. Zip.
This man who y'all locked up.
Cases, he was discrediting the rat. That's it. Discrediting the rat. How the fuck this nigga got bail? He on camera shooting. He got caught with 3 guns, but this motherfucker is free as a bird. Y'all don't.
I think the reason why he had bail was because of that attorney he had. That's the attorney that Diddy should have gotten. That attorney is one of the reasons why Troy Ave got the bail. Also, Troy Ave got the bail because I don't think they believed he could have done it. The judge took one look at Troy Ave and what the bail was going to be, and he was like, this young black man don't got it like that. He don't even have a record deal. He's involved in some sort of internet war beef. And we're going to put the bail where we need, I think it was like 500,000 cash, properties. And this independent artist has to then show proof of 7 years worth of paperwork to prove that he was able to acquire his assets legally. District attorney is going to hire, or the district attorney is going to bring in an accountant and pay the accountant by the hour to check this out. And they're going to charge it to that case. So there's no way there wasn't a certified public accountant there going through 7 years of Troy Ave's financials to make sure that he can legally post this bond and bail. So one of the reasons why he got a bail was because the judge didn't think he could make that bail. And he was trying to appease the high-powered attorney that Troy Ave had at the time. This is my argument.
Client with DNA. There's DNA on him too. He got DNA on the gun too. He got caught with the gun. He got caught with 3 guns. He got caught on camera shooting. My client did not get on camera shooting. It's only his DNA on the gun. Why is this nigga free and why is my client still in jail? But we found out once we read the cooperation agreement. That's why he was free.
Right.
And then these niggas, you cannot snitch to the judge. What these niggas think? That ain't who you make your deals with. It's with the prosecutor. It's with the police and the precinct. You can't fucking tell the judge, yo, this nigga killed that nigga. Then up the process, court don't work like that. That's called a bail assessment letter that my lawyer wrote. If you go to jail right now and you don't get a bail, he's gonna come up with a motion to try to figure out why you deserve bail and why you need bail and why you don't have bail. And that's what he did. That was it. The end. But the squares don't understand that. So when they get in trouble, they gonna realize when they gotta defend themselves when they sitting there trying to discredit a rat nigga who got them in jail. You understand?
That's a good argument. I give it to tax. I give it to TaxStone. I see what his point is. It's a good. I think it's a great argument. I think an argument could be made that he did not snitch, that he was utilizing the system as a way to compare the it's just a bail. We're not asking to go free because of this. We're asking for a bail. He might have taken the live down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or fucking 50 guns, thousands of bricks of coke he sold, and y'all sitting there about this nigga's reliable because he told y'all his whole life story and took a 5K1 in the feds.
I'm saying, what he doing right now? What he doing right now?
That nigga's free. That nigga's in the street right now taking pictures, hanging with niggas.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The mad rapper for a
That's
second.
crazy.
So that game, so it's like with all these weird niggas, like, you know what I mean? You got dudes like, look at that Trife gangster nigga. That nigga got to be the weirdest specimen walking New York City's fucking streets, bro. I was in the streets from May to January after this incident, having barbecues 2 blocks up from where he lives. That living in a fucking shelter. I could did something to that dude if I wanted to. My man was the security. He like, yo, this nigga's living in a shelter. He can't lie about that. That shit is all public record. Niggas, I probably could get it right now that you was in that shelter with your wife. But see, the thing is this. Mad Troy Ave because you had to bail your brother out. I'm mad at you because you couldn't bail your brother out. Now I want to know why all you niggas is acting like y'all had so much love for Banger, and that nigga was in jail from November to April. That nigga missed Thanksgiving because he had all he needed was $7,000 to get out of jail.
Right. That's all he needed. But he also needed to learn a lesson. Tough love is a real thing with grown men, adult men. One of my best friends, Baldy. My best friend Baldy, I had to kind of teach him a lesson. He was older than me. And man, and he was like my security, so to speak. You know, he used to be heavy. When I needed him to be heavy, I would take him to the bank with me when we were doing drops. And this is all the bar business. But I had to kind of like punish him a little bit at one time. When I moved from the bar business to the club business, I brought him with me to the club. And he did something I didn't like. So I had to hit him in the pocket. And I had to pull back some of my time with him. He had to take the bus to where I'm at. And he don't need to drive. I don't even trust you to drive right now. I'll drive. So you got to do that to some people sometimes. Banger was not supposed to be doing what he was doing. Okay? Banger put himself in a position where he was going to go to jail. And right then and there, at that moment, at that time, that was not necessary. That was going to do what Troy Ave was trying to do. Troy Ave was trying to do something.
Yeah, like I was. Yeah, that's work this situation right here, right?
What the heck is going on here? So he's having technical difficulties, and it appears like it's something else, but it's not.
Do this and none of that. None of these niggas, you heard? I figured this right here out on my own. So man, it's about to be on, you heard? That's
so if he can do it, anyone can do it.
It's about to be on, you heard? Good MacBook.
And paid that kid down. I guarantee you, if you talk to anybody, his sister, they're going to tell you that shit is true. They know it's true. They all know it's true, bro. I don't be lying to these niggas. I don't care about these niggas to be lying to them. I don't give a fuck about what these corny niggas think. These niggas is fucking free and they still free. They free and broke. They don't got nothing going on, nothing. They just dick eaters.
I think of like Entourage. You know, you're hanging with it. Yeah, you free, but yeah, you broke. But I'm sure he would trade that in for.
Yo, man, Trife. I was with Trife, man. Man, I still gotta, I still gotta give it up. Like, I ain't got no problem with Trife. Like, I like how Trife conducted himself in regards to that situation. I'm saying I agree with all of that. And I'm saying Trife was a sturdy nigga when I was with him, man. But like, it paid. Like, I don't to see Trife out having dinner and shit with Troy Ave. You heard, or brunch or whatever they was doing. You know what I'm saying? With Troy Ave.
Watching Troy Ave. Hard.
I ain't even know that cut off.
It was crazy how your haters know where you at. And then they call up there to hate you and tell you, you know, I saw him having brunch over there with Trife. Having brunch, you know. But on those mimosas up there in Yonkers over there. You know? Yeah, they was in Westchester. Saw them. Yeah. So that's oh man, they just chatty patty up. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm gonna send you this clip, right? This is what bothers me. I'm not mad at you being mad at your brother who was killed. What I'm mad at that nothing that you got needs to change. You understand? That's what I'm mad at. You cannot be sitting here telling people to do something to me, or this is going to happen to Tax when he get to jail. You had all the opportunity on earth to do something to me. Y'all seen me in Slowbuck Studio and got me arrested. I went to jail that night. I got locked up. The police pulled up on me. I had a gun, had a knife on me, bro. Niggas had me going through Central looking for a knife in Queens, bro. Because Troy Ave was shooting video with Mano. I was on Henderson, fucking with my niggas over there on Henderson. They like, yo, the niggas Troy and the studio, slow studio. I'm like, what? No, I'm like, oh, Mano ain't hit me. Was over there, see me. I dapped niggas up, talk to them all that. Niggas got this fake tough energy. Being me, cracking. They scared. They call the cops and tell the cops I got a gun. It's 100 niggas in front of the studio.
Does he have any proof of this?
My exact Nike hoodie with pink, purple, and something else in it. Stop me out of 100 niggas.
Check this nigga out. Jugga B, Jugga LB. Check talking about my wee.
And you with my niggas. They ain't no love with them niggas.
BQE. BQE.
No other day, police ain't pull up on me no other day. Day when y'all niggas is there, the police pull up on me.
BQE, you don't know, is the Brooklyn Queens Expressway. It's an expressway that goes from Queens into Brooklyn and turns into the Belt Parkway, which hits going like Long Beach, part of New York City. It's one huge, this is Queens, and it goes down, and then it's into the Brooklyn Queens that goes up, over, and then that way towards Long Island, and the Verrazano Bridge. Brooklyn Queens Expressway passes the Bridge, which is the RFK Bridge, and it passes the Brooklyn Manhattan Bridge, and then it lastly hits the Verrazano Bridge.
My other issue is this. If you want to see me so bad, you should have been trying to free me. You're not supposed to try to keep me in jail.
Wow.
But you're trying to keep me in jail because you think me to be a threat. If I'm free, you gonna look pussy because you ain't going to.
Hey yo, I don't usually talk about what people tell back channel. I tell you, Trife and him got a report.
This Trife thing is on his mind, but what he just said that if Troy Ave really wanted to get at me, then he would have freed me, or at least tried me get a bail, so that we can deal with this on the streets. You're a journalist. You're a journalist. Ain't nobody got beef with a journalist. They got beef with a guy who brandished the weapon in the green room. Why the green room? You're a journalist. Why out with all these celebrities? You're a journalist. TaxStone, why would a person want you out to then take your life? You took your own life by having a weapon sneaking into that club, in that arena space. That's what you did. You snuck in a weapon, made your way to the green room, and then you pulled your shirt to let niggas know you had that on you. And you was heavy. We're gonna forget this? So now that you are now, you telling me that I supposed to avenge the death of my security and friend, Banger, that you took a person's life in order to do something to you, ruin my life, to take this revenge. Like, these people in these jails live these fairy tale lives. Well, you are a journalist, so you are a writer, and this is part of, obviously, your writing skills. What are you talking about, TaxStone? Somebody should have allowed you to get bail so that we can continue this beef. What beef? I didn't like you. You didn't like me. You talked about me 100 times on Twitter. Every day I got to wake up to Twitter and you talking about me and what a combo I am. And then I'm with my best friend in security, and you pull up and you brandished the weapon. You showed us that you was heavy. That's what you showed us. You showed us that you were heavy. So we stepped to you. And you killed one of us and shot the other one. And then ran. Because they took your weapon from you. They was able to take your weapon out of your hands. You shot one in the chest and he kept on coming. You shot the other one in the legs and he kept on fighting. Bail you out.
You heard Trife hit me. Trife said. He said, people saying.
How could you be a street nigga and you on a podcast saying you don't understand why I'm not indicted yet? What street nigga don't understand why somebody is not indicted yet? That's what I don't understand. All I want people to be is who they say they are. Be exactly who you say you are. If you pull up with that Jason mask, be Jason when you see me.
Hey, but Jason Mask is just a mask.
Don't do that. Don't do the double Dutch shit. Don't pop up with the mayor one day and then be on a podcast talking about, yeah, because when we seen that nigga, it was this, that, and the third. And then you standing with the top cop in New York talking about, yes, my brother was killed in this nightclub, and they said that Casanova had something to do with it. Who does this, bro? This is on the news to this day, Channel fucking 7 right now.
I never saw any of that.
Hold on, I'm sending you all the
I'll
links.
take your word
I want to know, why is that okay? And why is it okay for you to still be... This nigga sitting on shit talking about, I told on Banger. I told on Troy. When is these niggas going to go to jail that I be telling on, since I'm telling on all these people? And when I'm getting out, this is what I don't understand. All I'm saying is be you. Be you, bro. All of that, seeing dudes in court, you running down on the witnesses that I got, talking about you a sucker for testifying for him, all kind of crazy shit. What the fuck kind of shit is this? This is not gangster behavior. All I'm saying is...
Why is the journalist a gangster? Was he not being who he's supposed to be? Why were you on Twitter every day talking about people in such an aggressive way? You're a journalist, sir. Were you not being yourself as well? Could the argument be made that possibly you not being yourself? And when you see me looking up, I'm looking at LJ. She's sitting across from me. Like, what's going on here? Like, how can you say be yourself when, sir, you're a journalist? Were you being yourself? Or was the journalist the ruse? Was the journalist the ruse to your true gangster self? You was really this gangster person who rides around, go to parties with guns, and you're just so damn tough, and you being a journalism was your persona. But I guess at the end it was persona non grata.
Change your last name, please. Please, for the earth to do that. Don't do that. Don't be out here acting like you want justice and then you out here telling niggas to do shit to me. Because these niggas done set niggas at me. They ain't never going to talk about it because they didn't land in the right way. They ain't going to tell you because they don't want to act like I went nothing. They ain't going to tell you. So they ain't going to tell you, yeah, my man went and he ain't come back right. My man went, he ain't come back right. Leave me alone. I don't even be bothering y'all niggas. I just be cracking jokes for y'all niggas because y'all got big jeans and corny jewelry. That's it. Why can't I just crack my jokes in peace? Leave me alone. Y'all already know I'm the class clown y'all can't beat.
The class
Yeah.
It's funny all your life in the hood.
Nobody
You can't
likes the
fight.
class clown.
I've been funny since I was 5, nigga.
Hey yo, I told niggas that. Hey yo,
Deal with it.
I'm showing niggas that right now. I'm showing niggas that right now on YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? I was on there trying to chill. You know, I had a little lane. I wasn't bothering nobody. These niggas just start mention like I got these niggas like they in Southport right now. I got these niggas in Southport or the gate. Some of these niggas is asking to speak to the psych and all of that. I'm killing these niggas, Tax. Word to mother, you heard? I am killing these niggas right now. Hassan Campbell and all of them. How you feel about Hassan Campbell? What's your take on Hassan? He told me he be talking to you on the phone and all that. How you feel about that nigga?
I spoke to Hassan a couple times or whatever. He seemed like an alright dude. You know, he bugged out. Like, we all a little bugged out or whatever. You know what I mean? Hassan just got to relax a little bit. That nigga be bugging with the axe in his hand and shit. I'm like, nah, this nigga's bugging. He about to catch a fucking terrorist charge or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, just like I said, like, and even with you and Hassan, yeah, that shit need to be alleviated because at the end of the day, the New York niggas is being like, we're being suppressed in this industry. They don't be trying to give us the checks. They giving the checks to everybody else. This is what I was fighting for. I wasn't on no like trying to hate on nobody in the city like that. The Mirage did like
free use, y'all. Free use.
I never hated on Math Hoffa. Like I never did
fair
that.
use.
Like what the fuck? We all this shit
not free
use.
Use.
On you.
Fair use, y'all.
Pussy. That's not hating on you. It's mad pussy people. There's nothing wrong with being pussy. Why niggas just can't raise their hand and be like, yeah, I am pussy? We just said you do some pussy shit. You got jumped by the white boys, and then you said why they didn't get suspended. But you put hands on all these people and you ain't get suspended, bro. Why you out here moving like that? That's not Brooklyn.
That was your only so that's your only issue with Math Hoffa. You
don't fuck with him.
So that's your only issue with Math Hoffa. When he got popped on, he started talking about the dude should get suspended, and then he took issue with that.
That's why I started. I was like, this dude is corny. Like, who does that? You was just up here. We only know you for punching niggas in their face on battles.
No, Math Hoffa's done more than punch somebody in the face at a battle. Please stop.
You gotta kiss the ring, but you gonna win with 5 in this.
Oh no.
Yo, chill, Sean, this shit is fire, nigga. Show me what up.
The cars now is level 3. You ain't gotta.
Show me one fucking post at any one of them hoods, and I'ma shut up. That if he showed me one post at any one of them fucking hoods, nigga, show me one hood West Side Pop. Show me you in motherfucking with the Rolling 60 somewhere. Show me the shit.
What are you talking about now?
What's gonna happen?
If he don't apologize, if he don't.
All right, here we go.
But it wasn't. I had not talked to that nigga and discussed no fake beef. I'm not into that. I would have done.
They're talking about Hassan Campbell and how Zip
like 2 months of me being on YouTube. He
and
see
Hassan Campbell have had beef. Yeah, this is
at
old.
me, and I'm saying like he the one that told me to come to YouTube and start talking my talk. You heard? I always say that. You heard? He the one that told me to do that. I was on Instagram. I had it going on. He was like, "Yo, you need to come to YouTube. That's where the money at." So I started messing with the YouTube. Right. So now check it. Boom. He been throwing shots at me ever since. After like 2 months of me being on YouTube, he see like, oh, this nigga about to pop. He just start throwing like subliminals, indirects, and then even a few times like mention my name. And I'm saying, and so after I responded to that, he tried to come out and say the beef was fake or whatever, but it wasn't. I had not talked to that nigga and discussed no fake beef. I'm not into that. I would have dubbed that, you heard? But he took it upon himself to go about it like that.
I would have
And so now
dubbed that.
he implies
Are you
that
hip to that
I'm
word? I would have dubbed that. Like stop that is dubbed that. Have you heard that before? Yeah, I'm not. Why I'm not familiar with that word, dub that.
You never noticed it.
I notice everything. What are you talking about? All I do is notice everything. Dubbing that. To dub something is to stop it from happening. When like dub stepping, I know dub stepping. I know dub rims. I know dub magazine. I know dub is a $20 bill. Now dubbing is also stopping something.
Ducking,
Ducking
yeah.
somebody is dubbing them. So no longer could I get a dub from somebody. Can't get $20 from somebody with a dub.
It
Can't get
has
the can't get
been.
rims.
Yeah.
It's been how long? How long has this been around? Dubbing.
30 years, probably. Old school.
Mm. He was dubbing
That's a
me.
dub.
That's a dub means it's over. It's dead. I would have dead that. Yeah, I've heard that. That's a dub. I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
But he said I would have dubbed that.
Mm-hmm.
That's different to me than that's a dub. That's a dub is a negative connotation to like a dub being minimizing the 20. The $20 bill is light. That's a dub. Come on, I dubbed that. I didn't need that. But now he's like, yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. But
messing with teeny boppers, you
hear
heard
it
him,
again.
nigga, and discuss no fake beef. I'm not into that. I would have dubbed that, you heard? But he took it upon himself to go about it like that. And so now he implies that I'm messing with teeny boppers. You heard him. A grown ass man. I'm 42 years old. A 42-year-old man that mess with teeny boppers could go to jail. What does he go to jail for? He go to jail for that all word situation. So when you making these videos and hundreds of thousands of people, he got billions of views on his channel. So billions of people is watching your videos. So billions of people is watching you imply that I'm one of them all word niggas. I'm mobbing on this nigga until I'm tired. All that put that to this. I'm mobbing on him, you heard? I don't care. Whoever don't want me and that nigga beefing, they don't cool. But that's gonna be happening until that nigga apologize for saying that about me, you heard?
Listen,
Straight
well,
up.
that's what's gonna happen.
That's
If
kind
he
of
I'm
don't
cool.
gonna stand on
apologize,
myself and I'm gonna
That's
tell
only
if
you
he don't
that's kind of cool that he's accepting an apology for something that someone said. I mean, you used the R word for me. No apology is gonna ever help you. No, thank you. But these are journalists. These are YouTubers now, so they got to keep it. You know,
Yeah.
they got to keep.
Civil.
Yeah, they got to keep it as civil as possible. Not that they ever going to meet because we dealing with all introverts. 99% of the people on YouTube are introverted.
shit, nigga,
apologize for saying
bro,
that to
they
me,
got
it's
no
a
room for this
dub.
shit right now. It's mad checks, real shit. It's too much checks out here for anybody in New York to be playing right now, bro. Real shit, nigga. I'm all the way New York. I don't be caring about, bro. That's why I don't be playing with that whack 100 nigga. That nigga always got his fucking mouth on a New York nigga dick, going crazy, and I don't like that because that nigga's a bitch in LA. He running from his own LA niggas. He don't be talking about that. He don't be talking about how to he running from the power rooms in LA.
Patty,
He running
right?
from the
Wow,
fucking
these
neighborhoods.
guys.
Keep it a buck. Show me one fucking post at any one of them hoods, and I'ma shut up. That if he show me one post at any one of them fucking hoods, nigga, show me one West Side Pop. Show me you a motherfucking with the wrong industry acting like he a street nigga, and he's actually got some of the white boys in the industry giving him money because they believe in the shit, and that shit is wrong. You know why? Because he's acting like you. He's acting like niggas who actually been through it.
I can't believe how people are talking about people's money like that. They're talking about Whack 100 got white people Back to the white man again. Always the white people with the money. The white people, don't forget when I'm looking up, I'm looking across at LJ. I'm not looking up because I don't want to look here. I can see you really well. So it's not that, it's like people always talk about the white man, like, oh, now he getting white people money because they believing that he you. Now he's trying to use some sort of psychology against Zip with the Drip. Include him in his beef for Whack 100 and say he's not like you. You're the real one. You did the 20. Your daddy did the 20. Your uncle did the 20. Your brother did the 20. And he want to act like you. And these white men now giving him the money. It's like what? Chatty patty is what that's called.
That nigga is fronting and is wrong. And he being a bully to a whole bunch of niggas. My nigga, that nigga tried to bully me just because I did a Meek Mill interview. That's what I knew. I said, me and that nigga will never get along. It's not nigga make us get along, because how the fuck you gonna get mad at me for talking to me?
So when Whack 100 came at you for doing the Meek Mill interview, did you then spend time getting at Whack 100 on your Twitter, or did you just concentrate on Troy Ave? We need to know. We need some receipts. Troy Ave was bullying people that was talking about him on the internet. Whack 100 tried to bully you for talking about an interview on the internet, and you still came after Troy Ave. What about Whack 100? Did you come after him, or this is now that you're in your safe zone, in your safe space?
Emails in an interview.
Oh, that
I
one
never
was.
gave a fuck about. Look at my page, nigga. If I'm lying, I never gave a fuck about who fuck with Troy Ave. I'm up there promoting the niggas that's right next to him. They albums are still on my page to this day. I was promoting them niggas. I didn't give a fuck about who fucked with him. Why do I give a fuck about who fuck with you? You ain't stronger than me. Y'all can't do nothing to me. I never cared. I don't be caring who fuck with niggas I don't fuck with. I just be laughing. It just give me something to look at. It's entertainment. The weak niggas, they can't do that. They can't do it at all.
Yeah, son, these niggas is kind of happy you off the scene, though, son, because they like you opened up a lane
Not
from these
true.
niggas,
Not
and
true.
when you got bumped out the rotation, and I'm saying them niggas put the pedal to the metal, son. These niggas is chewing off that lane you opened up. I was in jail. I ain't really know what was going on, but I didn't familiarize myself with it since I've been home, and I'm saying like. You had a different type of energy, and I'm saying like they be telling me like, yo, you remind me of TaxStone, you remind me of TaxStone. I be telling niggas, yeah, I'm older than Taxstone. And I'm saying I was doing this shit right here a little bit longer than Tax. Tax was doing this podcast shit, but I was on that gate wilding niggas up. I was on that gate wilding niggas up before Tax. You know what I'm saying? So I told niggas that I'm a professional. I'm a professional.
You're gonna be Gucci. You're gonna be great. You're gonna be great. You're
Inshallah.
gonna be Gucci. And the reason why is because, see, you've interviewed niggas in their most disgusting situations. You've talked through the cracks of the door in the special housing unit. You
Facts, under the door.
Talking from 10 to 11 building. It's different. It's a different thing that came. And that's why when I came, that's where I came from, nigga. I just came straight out of Cayuga S Block, nigga. I went to Willard, was in Willard for fucking 94 days and bust a nigga fucking head with an iron. And you know you graduate in 97 days.
Nasty work.
I went straight to 5 points, went from 5 points to Cayuga S Block and finished my year because I was category 1. You understand? I went straight home and started doing this podcast.
Why is a journalist talking so deeply about what he went through, and in a way where you only way you would know what he's talking about is if you went through that yourself. If you went through that yourself, then you can understand what he's saying. But you know, a lot of the stuff is hard to understand if you're not explained, and it's kind of sucks that he's not breaking that down.
Ride nobody wave. I did me. These fucking niggas are crazy out here. See, the reason it's gonna work for you, Zip, is because you're not stupid. You understand? You're not soft. You understand? And you know how to talk. And that's all you need. These niggas are weak human beings, and they do shit spitefully. You understand? To try to hurt people. I've never spitefully tried to hurt nobody. You know what I mean? I never try to like. As much as I want to do coward shit sometimes, when the cowards attack me, it's not in my fabric to do it. I wake up sometime wanting to be Caitlyn Jenner. I want to turn into a whole bitch on these niggas sometimes.
Oh,
They
no.
just being bitches to me, scratching me all day. And I got to take the scratches and I got to just pour the alcohol and feel the burn. Because I could never be fucking Caitlyn Jenner. But all these niggas turned Caitlyn Jenner way before Caitlyn Jenner. So when I see them hating transvestites and shit, I'd be like, you a transvestite too?
Yo, son, think about this, son. Think about this, son. Yo, think about it, son. A great majority of the population.
I feel that if I go and just don't talk about that, then I'm doing this live a disservice. What the hell is he talking about? What is he saying? He's saying that he wanted to be Caitlyn Jenner. Like, in other words, he's so real. He's so real. He's too real. I'm so real that I wish that I could just turn into what these people are, and the only way to describe them is in some sort of trans description. You're a journalist, man. You could do better than that. What are you saying? It's like tax. I'm gonna back it up for a sec, and let's go.
Yeah, you a transvestite too?
Yo, son, think about this, son. Think about this, son. Yo, think about it, son. A great majority of the population of our community, right, the niggas, right, they was raised by nice old ladies and crackheads. Ladies. Nice old ladies and crackhead mothers, you heard? Either or. That's what you was raised by. Like, I'm an example of that. If it wouldn't have been a nice old lady, it would have been the crackhead mother. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm trying to tell. So, when you say these niggas is acting like broads, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why some of us, and I'm saying, like, the niggas that, you know, like, my grandmother had brothers that used to be around. I'm saying her sons was around and all of that. You feel me? Niggas had men around, but some of these niggas, all that was around was grandma and her two daughters, or mommy and some shit. Like, these niggas got a lot of whole tendencies, bro. They grew up with ladies, bro. Like, it's not funny.
I grew up in a house with 17 women, my nigga. And I don't possess some of these traits. Them women raised me to be a man. So when I look at these niggas and they make up these excuses to have these estrogen-filled decisions and these feminine ways about them, it's like, my nigga, your girl don't even know she a fucking whole lesbian. She over there eating pussy. You's a whole fucking entire bitch. And that's why you know they bitches, because they always come with the excuses. A nigga talking about, a nigga gonna tell me, he like, yeah, yo, because, yo, you know what I mean? Troy speaking his truth. No, he ain't speaking his truth. A nigga speaking his truth.
Oh my God, he can't stop talking about Troy Ave. He is obsessed with Troy Ave. From Twitter to the prison cell. He is obsessed. Dude, you had a whole opportunity to make a point here about this trans lifestyle that these men are living in these prisons in a way where obviously it's not sexual, because you said you wanted to be Caitlyn and you couldn't because you're just so damn gangster and so damn real to this reality that you're in. You're just so encompassing of man, true to oneself, and how everyone around you is these weak, transforming creatures that don't know anything about what it takes to make it, so to speak, and be true to oneself. You know, the argument could be made that we are living in this plane of existence in order to find our true self, who we truly are, where we are, not where we are, but to at least think about where are we, when are we, what are we, how long have we been here, and we get all these distractions that stomp that. This man has figured out who he truly is. So the argument would be made that Caitlyn figured out how his true self and who he truly is. I need my wire. I'm at 5%. Let's get that wire for me, please. And Caitlyn is at this situation where, like, found out who they truly are, and that wasn't the character on the Wheaties box. It wasn't the character on the Wheaties box. It's the character in his head that he became true. So this realness is in his head that became true. And then instead of just like being this really introspective human being that's like been able to like ascend, so to speak, to the next level, what we all are trying to do in this plane of existence, we're trying to ascend to the next level. All right? He's obviously he's there. But instead of using that opportunity, what did he do? He went back to Troy Ave. He obsessed about Troy Ave. Again, he's obsessed about this man. He can't keep Troy Ave out of his mouth. My God. This was old though. This is not this was released today. But what I'm saying is that this is something that has been around. I would like to see what would he say now to like me saying what I'm saying, and this opportunity that he had to really talk and go deeper on this trans idea of one's mental self.
They never got to speak that much. He's speaking a lot.
Hey yo, listen. Hey yo, listen. This is what I'm saying. See, like, so now, like, right? We chopping it up, right? We been chopping it up, but like, this is live. Like, this is live. Look, check it. I tell people all the time this. You heard? Like, the reason why I feel like I got what it takes because I'm only gonna deal with the truth, and I'm a good explainer, and the truth don't really need a lot of explanation, and I'm a good explainer. So when I may explain something that don't need a lot of explanation, and I'm saying like I do a little good with that. You heard? I do a little good with that. Like, and so and I said the same thing in regards to that. Why you gotta explain this so much? If you did right in there, you would have said what it was, and that was that. You would have said what it was, and that was that. You wouldn't have been having to say, "Oh, I did this." You wouldn't have been having to make no songs about none of that. None of that would have been going on. My thing is, my whole thing in the situation was this, and I'm saying, Trife.
Telling Troy Ave how he should have lived his life, how he should have coped with stress, how he should have coped with trauma, how he should have coped with being an artist, and an artist who talks about what they're supposedly going through. He's now dictating to another artist, how they're supposed to have been.
Like I said, I know that nigga. I got a rapport with that nigga. That's my brother, man. You heard? That's my brother. They was in the same crib for a long time in the Beacon together. You know how that go, niggas in jail together, eating with each other and all that. That's his man, you heard? I know the nigga. I was homie. He was the homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the building. I'm coming through the building 2-3 times. You know what I'm saying? I know, son. You heard? My thing was, I see this nigga like you telling. He's snitching on a nigga. I don't care what happened. Whatever. You snitched on somebody. What disgusted me was when he started saying he won. Like, bro, like you saying you a street nigga,
Troy
but you
Ave
saying
like
you won, my nigga. Your man died, bro.
Think about it. He really did win. The reason he won was because,
let's go back,
bro. I ain't doing it.
Your man died, bro.
Think about it. He really did win. The reason he won was because, come on, bro. I ain't do what he said I did. That's why he won.
I don't get the humor.
Yo, man, that situation nasty, man.
From the beginning, you got to think about it. This is what I told people, right? Why the fuck was you trying to get everybody in your team to say that I killed Banger? Why?
Where's the proof of that?
Why would you have to do that?
Where's the proof of that?
Why would you be trying to get everybody in your team to say that about me? Why? Why did everybody in your team stop dealing with you immediately after? You saying it's because niggas ran on you and this, that. Y'all was with each other after all of that shit. Y'all was with each other. What happened? You can't say what happened, because if you say what happened, you gotta go to jail. You understand? But you gonna put me in jail and say, yo, Tax did everything.
Whoa.
Y'all was with each other. What happened? You can't say what I'm dealing with you immediately after. You saying it's because niggas ran on you and this, that. Y'all was with each other after all of that shit. Y'all was with each other. What happened? You can't say what happened, because if you say what happened, you gotta go to jail.
Y'all was with each other after all this happened. You really can't say what happened, because y'all would have went. He said y'all, or you would have went to jail. Let me hear that. I think I know what he's talking about.
But you gonna put me in jail. You saying it's because niggas ran on you and this, that. Y'all was with each other after all of that shit. Y'all was with each other. What happened? You can't say what happened, because if you say what happened, you got to go to jail. You understand? But you gonna put me in jail, say your tax did everything. The nigga he.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what he's talking about. It's very controversial. But I know what he's talking about. He's saying that when they were able to retreat from when they, yes, Troy Ave had 2 shots, but Banga did not have the shot to his chest. That he's trying to say that if Troy Ave told the truth of what happened, then he would go to jail, because basically what he's saying is that he was never shot. He never shot Banga in the chest. See, there was this, not rumor, but there was amongst some of the staff members at the venue. Some of the staff members were saying that they heard a gunshot in the back where the artists had their vehicles. Like, so you have the venue. In the venue, there's a place for an artist to bring his van, or even his tour bus should be able to fit back there. It'll be a tight fit, though. You get the tour bus back there. Your artists come into the spot, to the back area, and they're able to make their way towards the green room without having to, of course, go to what is called general admission seats and what's also called the stage. So you want to avoid the stage and the general admission, so you have your way of getting into the venue. There were some people that had said that there was a sound of a gunshot, and it came from the back. But the back echoes, so pinpointing the gunshot, or multiple people hearing the gunshot, that didn't happen. So what TaxStone is trying to say is that Troy Ave, after being shot twice, killed his own bodyguard and best friend, or very good friend and bodyguard. So that's what he's alluding to. But this is what the district attorney was trying to do, actually. The district attorney was actually trying their best to make that a case. That Troy Ave, yes, Troy Ave was in a scuffle in the green room where he belonged, where he was performing that night. And there was a person there that was not a guest of anyone, who didn't belong there, who was a journalist who brandished the weapon. There was a fight ensued. The weapon was taken from him after his shots rang off in the green room. I think it was about 5 shots. And when Troy Ave and his security and best friend, same person, run after him, Troy Ave was in possession of said weapon. They make their way to the back where their van was parked, where there was 2 to 3 other weapons there, gets upset at Banger because he believes he's going to die, and out of that anger, he then takes it out on Banger and takes Banger's life. He was the actual shooter, not TaxStone. So this is what he's alluding to. And let me tell you, the district bust their ass to try to make that a case. Didn't work. Why? It wasn't true.
Admitted to what they seen. He admitted to the gun. He admitted to them seeing him shoot on camera. He gonna tell you were in the room. Tax shot everybody else. I didn't do that. I only shot outside of the room. My nigga, what are you talking about, bro? How dare the government believe that dumb shit? You dig what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Where I'm from, I just gotta deal with it. These niggas don't deal with this kind of shit because they can't deal with it, and I understand. We cut from a different cloth, bro. The cloth a nigga is cut from is about the size of a motherfucking handkerchief. These niggas is cut from a cloth the size of Texas.
Nah, yo, son, you hear me? You know what I realized? I mean, they might be cut from the same cloth. They just use different scissors, you heard? Know what I'm saying? They just use different scissors. Know what I'm saying? They pull them cheap shit out with these niggas, man. Pull them shits, this raggedy. They made that cloth raggedy, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They just use different scissors, boy. Bar. Hey, yo, man.
Shit is sad, boy.
They cut from a different cloth, so you're just using different scissors. I think I get the analogy, but to me, it's weak.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, yo, man, yo. Since the last time I spoke to you, man, Cushton went home and all that. Him and BT out here looking good. Him and
That's a
BT
fact.
out here looking good. Them niggas just gave back 50 years. You know what I'm saying? That's the inspiration for you, boy. Keep that in the front of your mind. That you just with a
Nah, that's
nigga.
what I deal with, nigga. Like, Rick Ross got a line. I think he said, be loyal. Your time will come for you to be free and shine like the sun. These niggas don't understand that seed start in the dirt. Then they got the sprout, then they gotta grow, then they gotta go through the vegetation stage, and then it bloom. Everybody trying to rush the process. That's why niggas rat. Niggas rat because they trying to rush the process. These niggas know what they did. They know the consequences of it. They just act confused when it comes. I don't act confused when it comes. I'm confused now. I'm confused watching the news when I see a dude just get charged with a dude punched him on the train. He stabbed him and killed him. He's locked up for criminal possession of a weapon and manslaughter, and he got no bail. That's my case. The dude testified that he punched me. And he said that I shot him with a legal gun, criminal possession of a weapon, and he died. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His man lives at the same case. When you got a dude in Queens who has a gun that's registered, but it ain't registered in the...
Yeah, but the federal government says that because you had a felony, you are not allowed to be in possession of a gun. And if you're not doing anything to step to civil rights attorneys, if you're not spending any of that money that you would put on a chain or on a BMW or Mercedes to help push forward realistic gun right and a weapon, not do anything to try to solve that problem, and get mad because somebody punched you in the mouth and you took their life. You took their life. Somebody punched you in the mouth. You take their life. You take their life. You belong in prison if you're that kind of a person. Somebody punches me in the mouth and I got a burner on me. First of all, I'm not gonna let anybody get that close to me. Maybe if they snuck me, that's possible. But the reality of it is somebody punches you in the mouth and you take their life. You belong in prison. You could have pistol whipped them. You could have slapped them right in the face with the pistol. You could have shot him in the foot. Something. You could have pulled it out, backed up, and just kept on walking backwards until you were in a safer position, because you weren't in that position to really truly scrap with this person. It was out of your league. These are this is typical jail talk. That a person punches you in the face, you have the right to then take their life. No, you don't. You don't have the right. That's not standing your ground. If the person is on top of you, punching you in the face, and you're about to pass out, then yeah, there's a case for you needing to be able to defend yourself. So yeah, you can defend yourself, but taking a person's life should be like life should have more importance to these sociopaths. Sociopath. It reminds me of the TV show Dexter. And Dexter, his father would tell him when he was a little boy, because his father knew that he was a sociopath. So psychopath is just once you commit the murder. Sociopath is just the mentality of the person right before they're inept. They don't have that ability to feel the pain that others feel. So it helped that Dexter had a coach. Dexter had a coach that was his stepfather or his adopted father. And this adopted father would teach him things like, Dexter, when someone pulls out a camera, you smile. You look at the camera, look at the lens, and smile. That's what you do when someone pulls out a camera. And a lot of times people have to be taught that because they are inept. They do not have that same social skills, the ability to function in a society where you can have a disagreement with somebody punches you in the face, you're carrying a weapon, and you are able to maybe back yourself out of that situation and feel like a man still. A lot of these guys would tell you, and they would argue that a man, they felt less of a man, so that's why they reacted the way they reacted.
Look, it's a legal gun, and this nigga shot the dude who tried to rob him. You understand? So how the fuck could a nigga come inside of a room and tell y'all that they came and attacked me first? This nigga went in civil court and told civil court that I attacked him. And now in criminal court, he goes in criminal court and admit to attacking me first. How does that work, my nigga? So I understand that all these cases is about to happen through New York ain't gonna do nothing but help me.
Ain't that perjury?
Huh?
Ain't that perjury if he went to civil court and said that and then came over?
Yeah, I peeped that immediately, though. His stupid ass didn't. I said, as soon as he said in the stand, I started laughing because I already had the statement that he said in civil court. So I don't know how that's going to play over in civil court. Because you in criminal court saying you did the attack, and then you in civil court telling I attacked you. And civil court is definitely going to use that again because they don't want to give you that money. You over there sitting there getting loans and shit from loan companies talking about you getting a lawsuit for getting shot in the club, acting like you out here getting it and shit. Nigga, you's a fucking weirdo. Period.
Let's go back.
Sitting there getting loans and shit from loan companies talking about you getting a lawsuit for getting shot in the club, acting like you out here getting it and shit. Nigga, you's a fucking weirdo. Period. A weirdo ass nigga. Any nigga sitting there doing all that dumb shit trying to describe everything. Yo, yeah, you see this car right here costs this much. How many dudes you know doing independent from New York? Man, shut the fuck up, bro. You a fucking pathological liar.
He's so obsessed with Troy Ave. Troy Ave is being very braggadocious in his albums and his movies and his videos. Troy Ave is being super braggadocious, and what's crazy is that TaxStone knows every step he's taking from jail. He's being told every day what he's doing next. He's so obsessed.
That's why he keeps saying that fucking shit over and over again, trying to get somebody to believe it. He got a lot of niggas to believe it, and that's cool, because a lot of them niggas don't fucking matter anyway. You niggas is weaklings, bro.
Yo, Germs got a good line. Germs got a good line. I be using. I stole it. He got a good line. Niggas be yelling. Niggas be screaming loud from the nosebleeds. Mr. Shot. Yeah, like a nigga gonna hear that. Like a nigga gonna miss because you saying that, you heard?
From nosebleeds judging niggas.
Yeah, from the nosebleeds scream, Mr. Shot. Like somebody gonna hear you, like he gonna miss because you said that. He gonna miss because he gonna miss. But not because you yelling from way up there. You ain't courtside yelling that. You ain't a heckler. You can't heckle nobody from the nosebleeds, you heard? Let's get...
The same argument could be made. You can't heckle Troy Ave from a jail cell.
To that, Germs. That's the remix, you heard? You can't heckle nobody from the nosebleeds, you heard? Yeah. Nobody hears you, champ. Nobody hears you, you heard? Whoa. Yeah, man, I'm happy for them niggas, though, man. Them niggas gave back 50 years, B.
50 years.
Niggas gave back 50 years, man.
Gave back 50 years. Got taken 50 years. Gave back.
Right. 10 toes down. They testify on each other and throw each other under the bus.
Right.
They ain't loyal, nigga. These niggas is different.
And so that's why when niggas be saying shit like, and see me early, I say, yo, the concept of loyalty in the streets is a myth. Them niggas just made it hard to tell. Like, what you talking about, Zip? Nigga, them niggas just stayed loyal. Them niggas remained solid. Them niggas stuck to it. Streets is not a myth, man. The internet is the myth, man. That shit going on the internet is fake, man. These niggas get a couple dollars, they act other than they...
Chatty patty again. Why are you talking about dudes in the same space you're in? I thought the dudes in jails were the ones that was a myth. The streets are a myth. Loyalty's a myth. Jail, something else is a myth. With that Caitlyn Jenner reference that he didn't do well at. And now, what's the new myth? Did you hear him? What did he just say? Let's go back.
The money. People money.
Main solid, niggas stuck to it. Streets is not a myth, man. The internet is the myth, man. That shit going on the internet is fake, man.
Now the streets are not a myth. Streets are real. Because these dudes just came home. They gave up together. They accumulated 50 years of their lives. These dudes are big up in jail, niggas.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you something, man.
Gotta ask my uncle about that.
The most realest jail person you're gonna meet, guess what? he's gonna be the weakest dude on the streets. I don't care how tough you were in jail. That mentality of the guy who flourishes in prisons never flourishes out in the streets. Never.
Niggas get a couple dollars, they act other than they self. You heard? Like they act other than themselves, man. They not really who they portray to be, man. Dudes is like yo son, like when you watch ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, he never played basketball. He played a little basketball in college or whatever, but he's not. When he want to talk to people about basketball, he go and get professional basketball people that played the game to talk about professional basketball. On these platforms and all that, you got people who never went to jail, who whole channel is based on things that happen in jail. You got dudes who platform is about the music industry and they never been in the music industry.
That I see
They
all the
platform
time.
is about the street stuff. They never been in the streets. It's a guy on YouTube. He attacks me. He attacks me often. He says things about me. He drives an Amazon truck. He never been in jail before. He never been in the streets before. He drives an Amazon truck. Why are you commenting on the things that I'm saying when you don't live it? Like how you know? Like when you understand what I'm saying? Like chill out. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? And worry about, like, tell niggas about a Roth IRA. Tell niggas about a 401k. You understand? Because that's what
I don't think the Amazon truck guy knows about the Roth IRA and the 401k. He's trying to figure out how the hell can I tap into that so I can pay a bill.
you got to deal with when you a working man. It's a whole population of people out here that could use that information. You doing that, talk about that. Stop talking about, that's what I told niggas. I'm tired of niggas making money. Niggas getting rich. It's a whole lot of rappers. Niggas said bang you in the yard and slide off on an early go back. I did that several times. I did. You understand? And I no disrespect to these niggas and none of that. I'm just saying it's a whole lot of people that got rich talking about niggas like me. I'm gonna get rich talking about me. You heard? Respectfully, let me get some of that money talking about me.
Professionals gotta come because these niggas is novices talking about shit that they don't know of.
Right.
They never smelled it before. They never felt the metal. They never felt cuffs that shit on their fucking wrist for too long and make your wrist bleed. When your legs go numb because the leg iron is on you. When niggas is spraying you and you fucking choking, feeling like you about to die. When niggas is fucking you up in the small box in the small shoe in the jail. They never been through none of it and want to discuss it to the point. You know what's it? This is what I want to do. I want to help get a lawyer on your show for when certain cases happen so he can break shit down too in a legal way. Because these niggas are complete fucking idiots, bro.
Hey yo, Dawn Florio used to be following me on Instagram. I was thinking about that. I got this new account. She don't follow me on there yet. If she patch back in, I'm saying like, or whoever, I'm saying. Right, yeah, whoever, and I'm saying like, yeah, I wouldn't mind that because dudes are stupid. And I'm saying like, dudes are stupid. Like yesterday, somebody was saying to me, "Oh, you got caught criminal possession of a weapon, sentence 1.5 to 3." Now I'm saying you went to jail February 9/8. You came home December 2001. Discharged. How did your case get discharged? What are you talking about? That's how, nigga. I did the whole bid. I maxed out. I did 10 extra months, nigga. That's how it got discharged, nigga. They let me go. That's what they say.
That's called the CR date, your conditional release date. Maxing out means you go up to your conditional release date. Your conditional release date can be pushed back. And maybe maxing out is maybe like if they give you a 2 to 4. 2 to 4 means you do 2 years and 8 months towards the 4. But if you keep getting infractions, then they push your CR date back. What he's trying to say is his conditional release date got pushed back so far back that he basically maxed out and did all the time. But very few people, other than gang members, are involved in getting their conditional release dates pushed back. Most people leave on that 2 year, 8 months. Unlike me, I My conditional release date was pushed back 90 days for an infraction that I got, which sucks.
Die in jail, you got discharged by death. That's what it's gonna say on the chain sheet, nigga. But you wouldn't know that because you never been in jail. Why y'all niggas just talking about things like this? Like you putting a nigga paperwork up like you really understand a nigga paperwork. You don't understand.
You don't understand. You don't understand this paperwork.
Stand it. Y'all niggas is the niggas out here creating these false narratives, pumping these misconceptions. These niggas got audiences. These niggas say things, and then you got the common folk just running with it. That's why, when I'm saying, if you get on my page and you say something in my comments, I curse you out. But when I see people like make videos about me or whatever, or get in the comment section on somebody else's page and say something crazy, I don't pay that no mind. You screaming from the nosebleeds. If you get on my channel and say it, then I'm gonna curse you out. Respectfully, I'm cursing you out for that, but. Yeah. Why you trying to?
You right. Thing is, though, like I said, you got a whole bunch of niggas like us is these niggas spirit animals. Like they wish that they mental says, yo, I would act like that or be like that if I could, but they not physically capable of it.
Niggas like us, we their spirit animals. I mean, these people are full of themselves. I mean, dude, y'all in jail. One did 20. Ain't nobody want the spirit animal of the guy who did the 20, who kept going back and forth. Did it all equal to 20? I'm sure it all equal to 20. Like, nigga, that's crazy. You giving up all your life. Nobody want that spirit animal of the nigga who gives up his life. You don't have a spirit animal. A spirit animal would mean you had a conscience. A spirit animal would mean that you were smart enough not to bring a gun into a venue where there's cameras everywhere and brandish it. Like niggas is scared of a gun. Journalists?
The same way why a lot of girls that might be squares love Cardi B, because in their head, if they had the heart, they would be Cardi B, but they don't. You know what I mean?
Thank God.
These niggas.
Yo, son, hold on. Say that. Start that little spillover, because that shit was fire just now. Because I believe, I jacked that. Say that again.
Nah, basically. We is niggas spirit animals. So these niggas, they work wherever they work at, in the back of the UPS, right? They've been honest their whole life, whatever, they got a job. We are their entertainment. It's the same reason why this nigga BT just say he trying to call you. I'm gonna tell him text you.
Yeah, that's why I ain't answer. I just seen that call coming through. That's why I ain't answer, because you was on the line. I just seen that. But they on deck.
The nigga in jail again. Dates like this. BT saying he tried to call you. What?
Yeah, these niggas is
let's get to that. Right.
He's connected. His arm reach is so long.
Right.
You know what's going on Takeout Media and World Star before.
Yo, Iman, why I'm there?
It's like they all want to live vicariously through you. It's the same way why nerds sit there and watch Terminator and watch Mission Impossible. They sit there, it's amazing because it's some shit that they can't fully accomplish that they watching. So that's why it's entertaining. Like growing up, I didn't really watch The Wire. The Wire didn't move me. But The Wire didn't move me because my house was a drug house. That's why The Wire didn't move me.
Great example. I too couldn't watch The Wire. And all my friends and all the people I knew was watching The Wire every day. I couldn't do it because every time I saw it, it looked like cosplay. It looked like hood cosplay. Only thing we're missing was swords and horses and arrows, bows and arrows and shit. Like, I can't watch this crap. So I agree with him on that. It's true voyeuristic cosplay. Then people watch these shows and they live that person he talks about in the UPS truck who, enjoys that gutter, so to speak, who enjoys, who wants to pick a woman up and smash her in the alley somewhere. He would never do that. but he wants to. So yes, these people are living through you, gentlemen, absolutely. But as far as spirit animals and wanting to be like you, no, no, that's not what it is. You're getting it mistaken.
Connected to my house was a dope house. That's why the wire didn't move me. Everybody I was around went to the feds and went to jail, aunts and all that. That's why that shit didn't move me. It didn't entertain me. I actually didn't like it. It reminded me of bad times. When I watched Deep Cover as a kid, it reminded me of bad times. It reminded me seeing a nigga on my stoop with the fucking syringe hanging out his arm. I couldn't watch Sugar Hill growing up because of that shit. Because drugs, I had a great time during the drug era in the 90s, but I also had a bad time. I also had the time when I woke up in the middle of the night and see my uncle running out with the Nintendo and the duck hunt gun. I'm like, yo, where the fuck you going, nigga?
My Uncle Ray, he ain't have no taste, man. Word up. Rest in peace to Uncle Ray, man. That nigga stole every Nintendo cartridge my grandmother bought us, son. That nigga left it. You know the one? You know the cartridge that had Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt on the same one? Son, that nigga, that's the only one that nigga left, son. Word up, son. Yeah. That nigga was foul, son. She let that nigga stay there, man. Look at that. She let that nigga stay there, man. That nigga violated us, bro.
You talking about the beautiful
Word, that
old
nigga
lady?
violated me and my brother, man. Word up,
The
man. I'm mad
beautiful
you
old
said
lady
that
left
just
you
now,
with
bro.
the
Word
horrible
up,
uncle?
man. Uncle Ray, he ain't have no taste.
The beautiful old lady left you with Uncle Ray.
Yo, who that? Yo, who that? Bobcat?
Yeah.
Yo, tell Bobcat I said I love him, man.
He about to pull up.
Yo, Bobcat is more funnier than you, TaxStone. Let's get that out the way. I don't care what you say. I know Bobcat make you laugh all day long, bro. That nigga is hilarious, bro. Son, that nigga used to have me in this. Yo, son, I'm telling you, like, up north, son, like, I'm talking 15 years in, son, laying next to this nigga somewhere, son. We used to be in the rec pen in 5 Points. That nigga had me laughing the whole day, son.
Yo, why the funniest niggas be the craziest niggas, though?
Yeah, son, because they smart, son. They be smart, son. Let me see, you gotta be kind of smart to be crazy, son. It don't really be no stupid, crazy nigga.
Just now, he said, we don't care if Gunna snitch, man. He richer than you. I'm like, what the fuck that mean? You gonna give him some pussy? What the fuck you gonna
Right. Niggas be talking like, yo, bros is really on that too, though. Bros don't care if a nigga rap, but I don't really knock the bros, man. Like,
broad, though. Like, nigga, what you doing? You gonna fuck him? Like, what you trying to get some dick from Gunna? Fuck is you talking about? You trying to get that nigga to fly you out?
Yo, he got more money than you. Like, the niggas not gonna spend $1 with me. I don't care about how much money a nigga got.
Yeah, I don't care if you was spending $1. Like, nigga, come on.
Like the nigga Gunna said. The nigga Gunna said.
I'll tell you something. I could have been way further in life with everything if I was a sucker. But my mouth don't work. Like, I ain't into that shit.
Yo,
that y'all
respectfully,
cool
TaxStone doesn't take any responsibility for anything he's done. I would have been way more smarter if I was. So if he wasn't this real, if he wasn't so damn real, he wouldn't be where he's at right now. Wow.
My knees, I ain't got good knees. I can't do that shit y'all be doing. And this is why I'm the most hated nigga, because they know I don't fold. They watch me stand tall all the time, to the point that they try to drag me down with anything. These niggas just fucking freestyle all day about me, make up anything in the world. I told you I had to tell a young boy, the nigga said, yeah, yo, my man sent you Snickers. I said, Snickers, what's that? What is that? He said, oh, that means soft. I said, soft? What that mean? What kind of soft? Like, what you mean? Like, my hands are soft?
Snickers ain't soft.
He said, nah, nigga said you was soft. I said, all right, well, who said that? He told me the nigga who said that, right? I said, well, I don't even know him. But I said, I want you to run this list down to him. I said, ask him who smacked me, right? Ask him who punched me in my face. Ask him who robbed me. Ask him who took something from me. I want you to run that list down. And then after you run that list down, ask him to run the same list down. Ask him which house I ain't go to in jail. Ask him when I told security I only go to a specific house. Ask him.
It's just a joke. This is an analogy.
No.
Somebody said that he's Snickers. He's soft. He's sweet. He's crunchy and chewy and delicious.
Yeah.
And he then says, I need you to be involved in a conspiracy with me. I need you to be involved in a conspiracy with me. I need you to have him write down the places and times where I was at this place and that place, and I did this and I did that. Please conspire with me to get some clarity. Get the hell out of here. I mean, that's just Oh, these jail people. This is jail people. This is what you get when you talking to people that are in jail. These things are so unimportant, and their reputation and their egos. It's just so absurd. Just imagine if this is real. Just imagine the guy going back to the guy. Say, "Yo, I just talked to him. I told him what you told me, and he wants you. He wants me to write down where you saw him get slapped, and write down, because if you tell it to me, then I'm not gonna be able to remember it. So let's conspire together, and have a conspiracy charge come up, and then, let's do that."
I've been with every fucking gang. These niggas got Rikers Island separated now. Pacquiao House, Jet House, Mac House.
That's easy living. That's easy living.
And these niggas being intake for 5 days, not going to a house because they only want to go to one specific house. You know what that's called to me? That's called pussy. But I don't know. That's just how I think. Whatever y'all think is cold, that's what's up to y'all. But that's my opinion. Because, see, I go everywhere.
Nah, I second that motion. I second that. I'm not staying in intake.
I was with the podcast. I was everywhere. Where was you at? Because I was doing the same thing at every fucking house I went to. So I be confused with these niggas' assessment of their beliefs, but the reason that the kids come up with ideas like that is because I'm not growling all day. I don't walk around mad. I don't be grabbing, laying on the floor and shit, telling the police if they don't take me to the clinic that I'ma just stay here all day. I don't do shit like that because I just get what the fuck I want, nigga. That's why. Y'all niggas is ass. That's why y'all got to do all that dumb shit. I don't got to do none of that. I get whatever the fuck I want. I do what I want to do. Y'all niggas is doing what the fuck y'all can, whenever y'all can.
So sad.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the issue here. I just got into an argument with a little people nigga on the floor. Nigga down there with the fake Cartiers on trying.
When I say so sad, I'm saying that it's so sad that this is a point he has to make, where he's better than the guy on the ground yelling to the guards that they're not leaving until they get what they want, because he gets what he wants. He doesn't have to do this proverbial adult temper tantrum.
These niggas be down here borrowing mad shit so they can go on the visit floor and look cute for their girlfriend and shit like that. I'm like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, I'll get your fucking girlfriend beat the fuck up right over Rikers Island Bridge. You keep playing with me, nigga. You gonna be in jail crying because she gonna leave you. She gonna leave you, nigga. Stop playing with me. I'm not that nigga, son. I'm a very cool nigga, bro. That's why I don't like being bothered, because I'm cool. And if I find that I bothered you too much to where you want to do something to me, I have no problem with saying I'm sorry. I don't want you to try to do nothing to me.
Did he just catch himself promoting violence and then try to switch it up that I don't bother nobody, I don't want no trouble, I'm going to walk away? Or is he just a weak-minded, contradictory man who's in a jail cell talking to be talking and is basically chatty-patty? Like, what's going on here? What are you talking about, dude? I mean, this is what it's come to? You're in jail fantasizing about having someone jumped outside of a Rikers Island, over the bridge of Rikers Island, like the entranceway, the welcoming center. You're going to have someone beaten over there? Well, I do know that Troy Ave stood around over there for quite some time, counting $2 million in cash and changing out of his jail outfits into other clothing. I personally didn't care for the look, but I understand that's hip hop, the braggadociousness of it all. And let's remember, there's been tons of people that go to jail and they show up in a 3-piece suit. A lot of these gangsters showed up in limousines and 3-piece suits and leave in 3-piece suits and limousines. So Troy Ave is not the only one to have done this, so to speak, upon being released. But it's just, I find it a little depressing that TaxStone is so obsessed with Troy Ave. I find it a little depressing that he's so obsessed with the idea that he's better than the guy next to him. Dude, y'all together. Just because the guy next to you is having a temper tantrum with the staff, trying to get what he wants, and you don't have to do that, doesn't mean that you're not still sitting together. Y'all neighbors.
Because if you try to do something to me, I'm going to do something to you. And I don't want to do nothing to nobody. So I have no problem copping the plea. I got no problem saying I'm sorry. I got no problem saying I don't want it. I have no problem with that. This stage of my life is beyond strong. I'm so strong that I don't have that pride that these niggas got. These niggas got so much pride that they'll know that the dinosaur, the T-Rex, is going to swallow them, but they cannot look pussy in front of the crowd, so they'll tell the T-Rex, suck my dick, and then the T-Rex gobbles them whole, and then they're gone. And it's so sad, because, see, I don't got that pride. I could tell the T-Rex, yo, my fault. I don't want to get ate, and I spin off and live to see another day. These niggas just going to die right there. I just told the nigga, I said, I feel so sorry for the niggas that say they're going to die for their chain. That is the saddest shit ever, that you're going to die for your chain. You can just buy another chain. You can't buy no new life. Y'all niggas out here is crazy. I don't know who told you that shit was gangster. Dying over your chain? Fuck that. Why would you die over your chain if you could let him keep the chain and kill that nigga later and let him wear that chain to his funeral?
You were willing to kill over your words that you put on Twitter.
I don't know. Maybe I got different thinking.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be feeling like if a nigga rob me, he gonna take it off. I be feeling like that sometimes. Sometimes I feel like that. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be feeling like, you know what I'm saying? It depends, man. Like, if it's a little nigga with a big gun, I might slide that bitch off. You are respectfully, little nigga 40 cal. You should be looking mad doofy. I might slide the watch off, but you know what I'm saying? Big nigga with a 38, nigga, take this. You taking that over dead body, nigga.
All that sounds hot.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, though. Sometimes that's how I be feeling, son. Word. I know I ain't checking in nowhere. How you feel about checking in? How you feel about niggas checking in?
Checking in is disgusting. Checking in is corny. I feel like that whole concept is a whack concept. If you're not doing it to everybody, how I'm supposed to respect it? You being selective, you understand? Like, just like I said, Justin Bieber don't got to check in. Tom Cruise don't got to check in when he pull up. The niggas got way more money than the rest of these niggas got telling to check in. Y'all wait for these little niggas to get a record deal. These niggas got fucking $15 to their name, and they get a chain, and y'all telling them they got to check in. That's corny, bro. That shit is corny. You fucking going after your own people soon as they get some money, and you acting like it's some gangster shit. Ain't nothing gangster about that. Now, granted, let's say if a nigga say, yo, I want to come shoot a video on your block. I can see you charging the nigga for that. I can see that. I can see you saying, yo, you trying to use my neighborhood for a back block. Yo, nigga, we fucked up over here. Look out for the people. I can see that. But all that, oh, get off the plane and we gonna do this. Nigga, no, nigga, I was in LA for years. Niggas lying, nigga. That shit ain't like that, nigga. That shit, you could die in LA, you could die anywhere.
It is like that, sir. Let's ask Pop Smoke. Oh, we can't. Some people need to check in.
I told niggas that. That's what I told niggas. I said, yo, listen.
It ain't no reason for you to fucking be in the hood. What the fuck you in the hood for if you just made all this money to get out the hood?
Yo, that's what I told niggas. I said, yo, listen, man, I did so much time in jail that after like year 7, I started feeling like I was gonna die in jail. So as long as I don't die in Dannemora, New York, or Attica, New York, or Romulus, New York, Auburn, New York, Sing Sing, New York, as long as I don't die in no place like that, I'm fine. So whatever niggas is gonna do to me in Dallas or Houston or Miami, Atlanta, LA, Detroit, that's fine. I'm not 22 years old. I'm Black Killer. I'm from Cop Killer. You think you could have said that? Like, I'm not a reform hooligan either. Like, wide open, I could have dealt with that. Winning. I'm winning. I could walk through the store, get a... You already did 20 years. You can't do 20 years twice. You're going to have to sit your little ass down and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I put myself, like I enforced the stipulations of parole. I enforced them shits on myself. You know what I'm saying? That's discipline, you heard? Like, and I'm not mad I did it. You know what I'm saying? I had a ball. I did what I wanted to do, you heard? Like, it didn't really restrict me from nothing. It restricted me from things, but it didn't really restrict me from nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Because I just was in jail for 20 years. So being able to walk to my refrigerator and go in there and get that big gallon of milk, pour Fruity Pebbles and all of that, nigga, I'm winning. I'm winning. I could walk through the store, get a bacon, egg, and cheese and a peach Snapple and all that, nigga. I'm winning, nigga. You feel me? Like shorty coming over, she whopping a nigga all for crazy. I'm winning. Like everything you like, everything these niggas out here like everything they like. I love it. You feel me? I was away from this shit for so long. That juice tastes good to you. It's great to me, you heard? You know what I'm saying?
Now you know what it is.
Of
That,
course.
you know, we appreciate things a little bit more when it's been taken away from you.
A lot
You
more.
look at a lot of people as free right now. You know what I
What
mean?
were you saying?
I said no. I don't understand what he just said.
He's basically saying that he is very appreciative and that when he came home from jail, he was put on some sort of probation or parole and he followed all the rules and didn't break them. But while following all the rules, he was able to do whatever he wanted. He didn't feel like these are people who are in jail, in prison, that feel like they can do whatever they want, but what they are doing is following all the rules. You're only taking the 2 showers or 3 showers a week. You're using the phone at the right time. You're going to the mail room at the right time. So you then convince yourself that this is what you want to do. I don't want to go. I don't want to eat lunch until. I don't want to eat dinner until 5 o'clock. I do what I want. Matter of fact, I ain't even going to dinner all week. I'm just gonna eat what I got in my cantina, so to speak, or in my locker. And now that he's home, he transferred that mentality to I can do whatever I want. Yeah, no, you can't. You can't drink. You can't smoke. You can't be out at a certain time. You have to maintain employment, and if you don't, then you will be violated. And he's basically saying he had a ball doing whatever he wanted. So it doesn't change their mentality. It's some sort of cognitive dissonance, obviously.
It's like wow. Like I've been here 6 years and I've seen some niggas who jeans ain't changed yet. So they just seasons changing, they didn't move, they didn't grow, and that's one thing from this shit. I grew, I got bigger, I blew past niggas, I surpassed niggas, and I'ma always do that shit because I like to work. These niggas is lazy. All these niggas do is link up to get drunk with each other. That's all they do. All you see these niggas do is drink and take bitches twerking. Y'all niggas is all homeless on one argument from being homeless. Whole bunch of niggas waiting for the next scam or next lick or whatever the fuck is like. Nigga, the niggas better fix they thinking, nigga. This shit is real out here. That's why niggas is come home surpassing niggas. That's why Coach
Jail
DT
talk.
just came home, got all kinds of jury buying houses and shit. As soon as they get home, Coach getting arranged next week. That's why that's happening. Because these niggas understand what it is to get their freedom taken from them, and their freedom is so valuable now that they getting everything done, and they not playing, they working on it. These niggas been home for 2 weeks, they getting all kinds of shit lined up, all kinds of businesses, everything. Meanwhile, you got niggas out there still talking about LLC and all this dumb shit and trying to, my nigga, I all kinds of moves right from there. If niggas decided to like really just tell the truth and just start blurting out what I be doing from here, niggas would be like, oh, he's unbelievable. Because these niggas still be needing me for certain shit. I'm moving, nigga. You gotta remain valuable. You know what I mean? That's what it is in life. The moment niggas feel like they can't use you, you can't get nothing from their ass either. So you gotta be able to get used in order to use. You know what I mean?
That's called, if you're not being used, you're useless.
That's the game. Just like I said, this podcast shit is easy. You're going to be you know how to talk, you know how to carry yourself, and you're not scared. And we need more niggas from New York to control the narrative and don't have these fucking niggas from these other cities.
Yeah, but we're talking internet, so you can't tell a person how important how great they're going to be in the internet, and then talk about how they're representing their cities.
Now that they getting
this is global.
Done,
this is
and
bigger
they
than
not playing. They working on
internet.
It. These niggas been home for 2 weeks and getting all kinds of shit lined up, all kinds of businesses, everything. Meanwhile, you got niggas still talking about LLC and all this dumb shit and trying to. My nigga, I be here busting all kinds of moves right either. So you got to be able to get used in order to use. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
All right. It's been 2 hours and 39 minutes on this live. I want you to press the screen twice. Bing, bing. That would give me a like. Go to the description of the video. I'll have where you can hit me on the Cash App or the Venmo or the Zelle or the PayPal. I'll probably just have two things up out of the four. If you can do it, that'll be great. I'm Big Elvis the Chef. Let me, I guess, let me summarize what we've just experienced. This video was was put out there as a live on Zip with the Drip, his channel, and I believe the channel is Let's Get to That. Is it Let's Get to That?
Yeah, that's the ad.
Yeah,
Mister,
yeah.
let's get to that.
Mr. Let's Get to That. So if you type up Mr. Let's Get to That, you will be bombarded with a lot of jail, a lot of grimy, tough, he's a snitch, that person snitched, no, that person didn't snitch, I got the paperwork, there's no paperwork, and me in the hood, and they're going to name a bunch of people that you never heard of that represent jail culture and jail mentality. I personally, I get it. You know, jail is part of our American culture. You cannot watch a Western movie without seeing someone get put in jail. You cannot watch any TV shows where they're not talking about some sort of jail, some sort of, cop show. They have so many cop shows out there, detective shows, the first 48. So there's nothing wrong with what's being done here. There's nothing wrong with what's being said here. These are just our times, and they've always been the same. We just have the internet and the people to push these stories. There's so many stories. Look at me. I've been on the internet for years. I've never really talked about anything about my past when it came to being able to relate in any way to these gentlemen here. But by no stretch of the means do I feel in any way that that situation made me a better human being. That situation allowed me to do the things that I wanted to do. No, that situation hindered me from living my true self, because what that you was a neck and on your back. When you file in an application, as soon as you get to the section, have you ever been convicted of a felony? It's so sad here in America where a felony will travel with you for the rest of your life, and it's to see we have people that are monetizing their businesses. And I appreciate Zip with the Drip for putting a platform to the pain that he looked at as regular everyday life. It's truly pain. It's truly it's super sad. And we are voyeurs looking into his reality. So he should be a little more appreciative of the truck driver and the person who doesn't live his life. He should be a little more appreciative of that person, and he should be able to say things like, I need these people to listen to what I have to say. I need these people to understand how much I appreciate it. Walking to my refrigerator, pulling out the milk and cereal, and busting down some cereal on my own. It's something that I don't think they do enough of, showing the appreciation to their listeners and the people that are supposedly hating on them. These gentlemen might look at what I'm doing as hate. They might think I'm caping for Troy Ave. They might think that I am a guy who can't relate to their pain. I know that it's pain that they are trying to normalize, and it's sadness. And you fed a machine. You oiled and lubed and greased the machine of the prison industrial complex for 20 years of your lives. I might have only did it for 3, but I was able to recognize that it was what was being done at a very young age. I was able to recognize that this is a machine that I'm in, and I need to get off. But kudos to them for monetizing it. It's cool to see the future of this this genre on the internet streets, and how long will this genre continue. You are appreciated. I'm Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, and I love you, and I appreciate you. And thanks for being with me on this live.